You know those words, they hurt me. You found out what made me angry, then use it to your ability. Now you're trying to avoid me. You're the big problem here, a bully to many for so many years. Now shut your mouth, close your ears. Never learned your lesson and nobody cares. That's what you're here for, here to make me miserable. I know you get joy out of it. You hurt me but call me the same names again. You know I never liked them, and that's so unforgivable. I know you ruined my childhood. You hurt me and do it all over again. You ruined my childhood. You hurt me and do it all over again. You always made sure I was last, never was anyone's friend in class. You always seemed angry and mad, but I know deep down you are so sad. You are so sad. Happy people don't do shit like that. So stop dragging me down. So stop dragging me down. That's what you're here for, here to make me miserable. I know you get joy out of it. You hurt me but call me the same names again. You know I never liked them, and that's so unforgivable. I know you ruined my childhood. You hurt me and do it all over again. You ruined my childhood. You'd hurt me and do it all over again. You hurt me and do it all over again. And you know I never liked them, and it's so unforgivable. I know you ruined my childhood. You hurt me and do it all over again.
Every little thing you do, it gets me thinking. By another shot, you got me drinking. Girl, you shut me down and there's no witness. Got me in my feels, she would never listen. All the alcohol is in my liver. I guess I lost and you're the winner. Missing your touch, you were a good kisser. I was born a saint, but now I'm a sinner. Falling for you. For you, for you. 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 All the times with you, they just fly by. All the memories pop up on my timeline. Change your colors on me like you're tie-dye. Got me falling for you, I ain't took a skydive. See you in another dimension. Can't sleep on my night's rest. Baby girl, you were my best friend, best friend. Every little thing you do, it gets me thinking. By another shot, you got me drinking. Girl, you shut me down and there's no witness. Got me in my feels, she would never listen. All the alcohol is in my liver. I guess I lost and you're the winner. Missing your touch, you were a good kisser. I was born to sing, but now I'm a sinner. Falling for you. For you, for you. Falling for you. For you, for you. Falling for you. For you, for you. Falling for you.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, how are you doing tonight? Welcome back, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one tonight. We got ourselves even more beta 5V5 1v1 DUELS. Last night was a major success. I actually enjoyed seeing so many of you boys on the beta as well. It was really, really good. We had plenty of people joining in. It was awesome. Hopefully tonight we can do it again. Last night was crazy, dude. We saw so many different builds last night. So many different playstyles. So many classes are busted. I had no idea just how strong paladins, monks, demon hunters were going to be. But also death knights apparently. Rogues actually stand a chance. We've barely seen casters, let alone evokers. So hopefully tonight we'll see some brave souls. I know I heard that evokers apparently very, very undertuned. But what if we do like... What if you somehow get a 5v5 all evoker game? I doubt we'll be able to do that tonight, but I would love to see it, because if evoker is underpowered, if everybody plays evoker, then no one is underpowered. You know what I mean? Like that would kind of make sense, and we could see who is the better evoker, whose build dominates in PvP. I think it would be so fun. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody is having a good one. What's up, Angela? How you doing, fam? Hope you are having a good one, my man. Yeah, hopefully the sub alerts went out and all that stuff, man, because this has been really fun. Hopefully we can get ourselves the same amount of boys in here. Hopefully the guys that were in last night are in tonight as well. Let me hop on. Let me find out who's here. So let me get the music back up and running. I spent a good portion of yesterday just trying not to talk a lot, in hopes that maybe my voice recovers a little bit for the duels. And hopefully my voice won't really break and crack halfway through. It's still a little raspy, but I've been kind of like trying to hold it back, not needing up to the mic as much. So hopefully we maybe saved up a little bit of that, like a little bit of my voice for tonight, for this evening. I don't know, man. It's like whenever I get excited with duels, I just can't help but yell into the mic. I literally can't help it. So hopefully my voice doesn't crack halfway through. Dude, to me, my voice sounds so much worse, honestly. Like I listen back to recordings and I'm like, you know what? It's not bad at all. It's not that bad. Not as bad as like originally when I'm sitting there. But dude, yesterday I'm like, man, my voice is so... In your own head, your voice sounds so much worse than it is like everywhere else. It's actually kind of crazy. Alrighty, y'all. We got ourselves Jesus, we got ourselves Billy. How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Worthless. Are we gonna be sending some groups? What's up, Crack? How you doing, my man? Hope you are having a good one, my guy. Lucky Jake. We got ourselves Angela, Trey, Ethan, Iritos, Kaluda, Sandy, Sue. How y'all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Hope y'all having a good one. Yo, how many of y'all got on the beta? And how many of y'all joining tonight, man? You still listen to recording here yourself? You listen to a recording and hear yourself. So I mean, I do video stuff, so I record my own voice all the time. So I do that for like my job. I don't like normally, that's not like a usual like activity for me. All right, it's Wednesday. All right, let me listen to myself, recording of myself. You know what I mean? It just, I do these deals. I, record everything into the mic, and then when I go back to the footage, I'm like, okay, well, let me see what I cut out, what I don't cut out. So of course I hear the playback of everything. You know what I mean? All right, do we have the regular boys? Do we have Taxi's on? Potential Taxi wants to join in. I know Taxi's probably test stuff. We got Rockstar potentially trying to make a group together. Yo, hey friend. Joining duels tonight. Let me also ask Taxi. Joining some duels this evening? Question mark. Let me see if both of these boys are in. Yo, we need my man. We got Pugs in here. Does Pugs want to join in tonight? Oh, he's in a dungeon actually. Hi, sure, hell yeah. Hey, Pugs. Pugs, wanna join some duels this evening after your dungeon is over? Smiley face. I think adding the smiley face almost like helps convince people like, hey, do you want to do this thing? Do you want to join us? Okay, so chat, we don't have my man ASUS starting a second group. I think I'll just start one right here. We're gonna start it in Raid's Legacy. 1v1 duels. And I guess we'll do multi-core. So that's what we did. Yeah, that's what I usually do. I don't remember what, because Troop hosted a good portion of it as well. Bugs, hell yeah. So we got Bugs, we got Arya, we got Leroy joining. Let's go. Leroy, did I have you added on Real ID? And Zirconis, we got a Drake, boys. We got an Evoker. Hey, Evoker friend, make sure you get PvP gear. Make sure you boys get PvP gear, by the way. If you guys need help finding out where PvP gear is at, let me fly over real quickly while we have the group open. Leroy, I gotta get you added, man, because you're regular here. Because I won't be able to like be in the group to like run it. I'll need to be out of the group to spectate it, but I could give you lead if you're cool with like, you know, just AFK in there and taking my invites. And if let's say the group falls apart, just like quick listen it and grabbing some boys in. It's really easy. It's just you're a regular, so if I teach you how to do all these things as a regular, it just makes making groups that much quicker. But yeah, if y'all need PvP gear, there's a vendor in Orgrimmar and Stormwind. The Orgrimmar vendor is gonna be this goblin on platform, and in Stormwind, I think it's exactly the same thing too, isn't it? Let me just look. So yeah, so where exactly Zirconis is? You see, he is like in Trade District. He's a little bit closer to like those buildings in the northern area. So you go to the center of the Trade District, and it's like a little bit more north. If you're like oriented on a map, north, south, east, west, a little more north, there's a platform and there's also a goblin. You just talk to him to pick up all your PvP gear, and you'll be good to go. We got a car in here, awesome. We got a car and a bus, a truck. So we got 3 dudes on this team, minus me. So we need 2 more for this team. I don't know if we have Aria or if we have Tagsy trying to just make a second group together. I may just invite those guys into those group and start a second group and just try to do it like that. You might sound a bit raspy, like badass. Let me go, yo. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it, man. I don't try to go for like a raspy thing on purpose. I am awesome. I got a group. I got first group listed. You can either join that or start second group. Rockstar beta. Max level duels. And hopefully we'll maybe see my man Seavark and potentially even Niking, because they said they were interested. They would like to join in. But last night Seavark was where's everyone listed? Legacy raids. Legacy raids for that cross faction goodness. Okay, logging. Awesome. So we got a Rockstar joining over. Taxi, I think, is going to make a second group. Meta group. Awesome. So we have 2 groups, boys. We have 2 groups listed. We have my group here with, it says 4, but it's actually 3 people. But this group is here ready. They just said a couple of more boys. I think 2 more dudes. And then we got Taxi listed as well over on the Alliance. Also cross faction. If you guys want to join them, you're more than welcome to. Hell yeah, what's up, CR? How you doing, my man? I'll come when I get myself set up. Sounds good, Billy. Oh wait, Billy, do you PvP at all? Yo, Flock, let's do it. Hey, Billy, part of the Lock Flock. Literally, dude's name is Flock. I'm BM. I got nothing on my bars, bro. He's happy. Hold on, we freeze ya. Or not? Okay. I've been kind of just keeping this thing as like a good duel. I've just been kind of keeping this thing as a train dummy for the boys. If they're dueling and they want to join in, they're more than welcome to. Also, what I've been doing is I've been run as this Beastmaster Hunter, and I have like no gear. And every time I lose duel to somebody, I'm like, hey, you're pretty good at duels. Where are your pets? It's a no pet build. I am experimenting. Hey, you are pretty good at duels. Would you want to join a 5V5 1V1 Duels group? That's how I've been doing it. That's how I've been reeling them in. I duel them. I tell them they're really good. I'd be like, hey, would you want to join some 5V5 1V1 Duels by chance? Already joined this group? Hell yeah, my guy. So we need a +1. But that's how I've been reeling him in, boys. Warlock block hard. How's Warlock looking in Dragonflight? I was gonna say Isaac Kilrod, gonna freak out. Yeah, it's pretty good. But I'm not good, but thanks. You okay, friend? No worries. I'm not that good, but thanks. So that we'll get him next time, boys. I'll get him next time. Dude, I love how many people are out here. Boys, we need more people with the beta invites, man. We need more of you boys to get the beta. Because how good would it be if the whole entire 5v5 Duels community got beta? And we could just host Duels on here for a while. Week patch is going to be here very soon. Actually, honestly, November is right around the corner. Like, to be fair, November is right around the corner. So honestly, it shouldn't take us that long. Alright, so this group got five, but not really full 5. This group needs Uno Mas, and then we need Tagsy to fill out his group as well. So we got a group over in LG here. Did I do all the regular... No, I didn't. Let me do this real quick here, chat. And then I'm going to start advertising super hard. Yeah. But how you doing, boys? I've been looking really good in PvP. Seabrick says apparently Arcane Mage is insane in PvP as well. But yo, you should have seen some of the duels yesterday, Taxi. There's some bursty classes, man. Monks, Paladins, and Demon Hunters in particular are kind of scary. So are Unholy Death Knights. So I don't know. I know that I heard the Warlocks are really tanky, but you know, I don't know, man. I seen Atha just like use one global and you wiped out a monk from like 90% health to 0. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating a little bit, but like not by much if you guys were there yesterday. Like there's a couple times like Atha just goes in, Judgment, big hammer, that's it. They're just wiped out, deleted out of the game. So I don't know, like how do you... It's like he's got a hammer, but instead of like a big, like, you know, big metal bit at the end, it's just like a warhead, right? It's just like the tip of the warhead, and it just like blasts you with it. I mean, not only does he get like the final verdict, Temple's verdict, but he also get that Necrolord combo, and all the other modifiers on top of it. It just seems excessive. Like, how do you fight that? You know what I mean? I don't know. I wish I had the answer for you. But yeah, like if you think you could beat that, I'd love to see it. Also, I'd like to see more Evoker gameplay. Yesterday we had one Evoker give it a try. Man, it was very, very short-lived. It was very short-lived, but it's a new class, so it's gonna take a while until we figure out like the best build for it, the best combo. Do we have anybody signed up? Oh, we do. Yes. Oh, let's go, Billy. There's a second group. With Tagsy. Sign up with Tagsy. He's a Warlock main as well. You should sign up with Tagsy because this group already has 5. Without me, it's a 5-man. But if you sign up to Arabum as well, also sign up for Tagsy's group. Sign up with the main Tagsy because he needs more boys in here. This group is basically a set. I guess I'll pat lead Leroy. Do I have you added? Also, I love your transmog. I love that little Ushanka thing you got going on. This little hoodie. I love it. It's not Ushanka. That's something else. Do I have you added in reality? I should have you added, right? You want to lead? Or do you make Seawork lead? I'm not sure. Also, what's up, Seawork? How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Blah, blah, blah. Is that Leroy? That is Leroy. Awesome. Leroy, I'm gonna make you lead. Leroy, I'm gonna make you lead, friend. But this group is ready. I will keep in touch via BNet messages. So Leroy is raid lead. Leroy, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I forgot to delist the group. TY. I'll check on the second group. Awesome. Alrighty, so how's the second group doing? So the second group just needs a couple more. Second group needs 2 more. So if y'all want to join in, boys, you're more than welcome to. If y'all want to join in, or if you got friends on the beta that want to join in, more than welcome to give him an invite. Pugs did say he wants to join up, so that'll probably be the 4th. And I guess I should start advertising here. Forming 5v5 I don't want to phrase that. Forming 5v5 1v1 groups, because I'm not really forming them. 5v5 1v1. I always feel weird advertising it to like everybody out here to just out dueling. You know what I mean? But like you gotta do what you gotta do. Aura, my man, how you doing? My guy, yo, can we get a hashtag Aura in chat real quick for being a member, my man? Coming back to the members club. You've been a member more than a year, my guy. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Yo, can we get a hashtag Aura, boys? Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate you for the support. Hope you're having a good one. How you been? My man Leroy, dude. Dude, Leroy pipes. I don't know. Like yesterday, I feel like it took him a couple of games to get back to the regular. But once he figured out, once he picked it up, my God, man, he was popping off. Dual groups forming now. Listed in raids legacy. Need a few more chads and we are good to go. Have one group ready. All right, we're just gonna start advertising out here, man. Advertising the 5V5 1v1 DUELS. I always feel self-conscious, I always feel weird, but like I feel like this ends up being the best way to get these up and running is to just advertise. Because some people are gonna be like, you know what, I don't really like advertisement, but other people are actually interested in it. They just had no idea we were doing it. Where is Sepsis? What are you doing, Sepsis? I miss you, guy. Dari? Alright, Dari. Let's duel, my guy. Alright. Mage, find ya. Gotcha. No, okay. Almost had ya. Hold on. Feign death. Oh, never mind. Where are ya? Alright, next to me. Am I gonna get one shot? Big old Arcana Sphere. Freeze. Ah. Oh, come on. I thought I had him. GG. Good duel. I like how Arcane Mage is actually playing Arcana Sphere now. I like it. He won't say anything back. Oh, no. Alright, how many groups you guys got? You still need 2. So if you guys want to join us for beta duels, we got Tagsy over in the raids legacy section. Just needs 2 more boys. And we'll be good to go. If you guys got anybody on beta or real ID, and you want to toss them an invite to the groups, like Seabrick, if you got somebody on here, or Tagsy or Ari, if you guys got somebody on here, you're more than welcome to, boys. Where's Atha, man? Where's my man Atha? So Pugs should, I don't know how far along he is, but maybe he should be out soon enough. Darlin wants to duel me again. He's just like, yo, I just beat this mage easy. Easiest game of my life. 5? Okay, cool. He's like, easiest game of my life. Let me just see if I can one-shot this guy. Freezing trap? I missed my freezing trap completely, bro. Good duel. It's like, alright, I choose violence. I choose bullying today. Alright, taxis are ready. Bug soon. Sounds good, my guy. So we got Leroy. Where are you? You're blah blah. R? I'm just writing you R just to make sure you're good to go, but also just to put your name out here in the middle. Cause we got 5-man, boys. Yo, hey, if y'all want to just stick around, because on beta, I'm fine if we just kill basically the same people over and over. I'm not really super worried about getting variety in here of like new players. Like if we see new bodies, we get new bodies, but like if you guys just want to keep playing and try different builds, try different specs, see what works, you're more than welcome to, man. So if y'all just want to try some stuff, try different builds, always welcome to, boys. Did I misspell it again? Spectator match. I did 100%. Blah blah. And Tagsy 5. Cool. So we only get 2 arenas too. That's another thing to remember, chat. We only get 2 arenas to play. We got the Nokud. I don't know what the name of it is. Nokud, I think it is. No good. No good arena. Riku didn't leave it. Okay, cool. Tagsy and Leroy. I'm gonna have to spam queue you guys. Eventually it'll work. All good, Tagsy. No worries, man. Don't worry about it at all. I might have to requeue us a couple of times. Or I'm seeing if it's like if it pops up, because it randomly may pop up. Also, Sins of Menu, do you want to join us? I see you over there. Sins. I see you join us at PTR duels before. I'd love to see some shadow priest. You just dominating that warrior over there, my guy. Speared, but just the warrior just kind of melting. Okay, let me try again. Maybe this will work this time, because eventually it'll work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so it may have unlisted us here, which is good. That means we should be able to queue for the next one. And go. It's buggy. I probably should have music in the background, shouldn't I? Gotta give it a minute. So to explain it, it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I don't really know the details of what causes it to work, what causes it to break. But it just sometimes works, and sometimes it doesn't. That's all I could really do. Maybe I'll try this. Leave queue. I'll just try stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just gotta sometimes leave queue, or maybe they leave queue, or I gotta leave queue, or nobody leaves queues, and we just keep spamming until it eventually works. Yeah. Too quiet for me, man. Too quiet. Okay, no queue right here. This is good. So there's no queue eyeball at the bottom right. That means they're probably out of queue. And that, yeah, there it is. All right, it worked. I have no, I wish I could explain better exactly what makes it work, makes it doesn't. But the most important part in, boys, is we're in. We are in, and we got a couple of invokers on each team. I love it. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah, boys. Yo, have fun, everybody. Have some fair 5v5 1v1 duels. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Most importantly, Billy, I see you running Nether Portal. My guy. Okay, cool. Through random towns, I'm seeing that Nether Portal. I'm like, uh-oh. You know what? Hopefully it works out for you. Maybe the other, or maybe will be going up against an Evoker, and maybe they'll end up letting you get a couple of demons out with it. But we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for joining, my guy. I appreciate you stepping into the arena. Actually, honestly, I would love to see somebody in these sometime, man. I think it'd be fantastic. Alrighty, switch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Akar as a Shadow Priest orc. Normal orc? It is a normal orc. We got ourselves Ari, gonna be first up as on the Holy Death that charge it out. Seaverk in the back of the team. We got ourselves Leroy. We got ourselves Zarkanis as an Evoker. We also got an Evoker for the other team with Latha coming back in. Lath together with Billy. We got ourselves Taxi. We got ourselves On Who? And Abrula Min as a Feral Druid. On Who is playing the Boom Kid. Tried to go for the Vigil. Got him some moons firing off against the pets. But Ari just trying to see if he can just tank it up with an AMS. On Who trying to see if he can waddle over towards a spell, or not spell ward him, but the Starburst. But it's actually kind of low on health. He's going to go for a Disarm to Ari. Needs himself as much healing as possible. Does he have any more tricks behind the sleeve? Trying to go for Kavok. Shifts out of form just to give himself as much healing as possible. Does recover a little bit. And Ari so far just hasn't felt at anything from On Who at all. Is he still playing that Apocalypse build? Are you still summoning more mages? You are 100% are. It's a bit of a slow burner build, but once you get some mages in it, it's so strong. Does get it landed, an interrupt on our nature, and that's gonna be a quick stun onto the Boomkin. Tried his very best. Nature's Vigil was quite good, I think, for healing, especially since he got all those dots on the pets as well. That's actually quite a bit of extra damage. But Tags is gonna be up next, trying to see if he might be able to bout versus Ari. Got himself an AMS available if he needs to. IBF and everything available. Taxi tried to go for a little bit of a UA, as well as the Hunt, trying to maximize the dots. He got a Singularity onto Ari as he summoned up even more mages. He got himself a little army of wizards. Big drain light, but Taxi trying to see if he can break through absorbs of Ari. Does he get any more survivability? He managed to wall, got himself Soul Burn as well as a Hellstone to give himself huge recovery, trying to dodge any kind of interrupts by Ari. No interrupts available for Death for a second. Does get the stun with the Drain Life, recovering a ton of health. Going to be a stun as the mages are continuing to help them. Human Racial for Taxi to break out of that stun. And Ari is just continuing to get his own undead army, trying to see if he can build up an army of wizards. As Taxi with the wall going for the Hunt, might be able to get enough dot damage into Ari. Does at the AMS in order to prevent a lot of the dots from rotting him, as well as the drain life from healing Taxi. I think Taxi have no more outs. More to call to get Ari away from him. Drain life to follow. Does yoink him in order to break up the casting. Has an interrupt available, and just continuing to spawn the Necrolordy, the undead, the army build. Still, as you can see, highly effective. Kirax did something different yesterday. He definitely did not run for a similar build, and Billy's gonna be up next, just having to deal with all this mages as Ari looking to back up out of there, trying to take the pet behind the pillar and actually using the pet in order to build himself up a little bit of army. Silent, blind onto Billy, does go for the trinket, trying to go for Shadow Bolts as an AMS is up for Ari, together with an AMZ on top of it. Billy managed to get himself a full entire army. Actually, quite a lot of his pets going through all of the defensives of Ari. He got AMS, he got Spell Warden, which is great against magic damage, but these double Fel Guards are just absolutely tearing him apart. Got himself a Shadow Shadow Burn? Not Shadow Burn. Shadow Breath? I forget what it's called. Wait, hold on. Shadow... it's like a shadow, it's like a breath, but it's like a shadow version for warlocks that gets a slow. Billy actually kind of low on health, could be in big trouble. Got Ari super low. Ari's actually turning around with all of those mage assists. And Lath Walker is going to be up next. Got himself Disintegrate, big fire breath into Ari, but did have AMS available. Lath got himself immunity from NECC from Ari. Try to see if he can maybe go for the big Dragon Strike from above. Attaching a Disintegrate to Ari. This needs a little bit more damn. Ari got himself that IBF. And Lath Walker just got to get line aside of the guy for just a quick second, looking for a little bit of recovery. Trying to go for flames while he's got movement. Ari may have an interrupt available very soon. Dark Pact is available. If Lath gets some help with pressure onto Ari right now, he may be in a good spot. Going to be a stun as Lath tries to see if he gets some damage in. Disintegrate trying not to get interrupted. Is going to be a kick. He's able to get himself some red spells though. It's a blue interrupt, but can't go for red spells. Got himself an immunity for a second. Froze himself for a moment. Trying to go for maybe a sleepwalk. That is going to be CC onto Ari. Is able to break out of it, I believe, with a Lichborn. As Lath, does he have any more survivability? Try to go for as much sense killing as possible, but I think Ari may just have him pressured, and that's going to get himself yet another army of the dead mages jumping in. As Abrulman. It's like a bull, but Abrulman. Yeah, that'll make it easy for me to remember. This is going to be up next as a Feral Druid. Ari's just got himself the army of the wizards. All these undead mages. It's Harry Potter squad, man. The whole Hogwarts is getting summoned up from the Nexus. Are you kidding me? Next to Ramus literally walking to the arena here. Stun into a Brule, maybe in a bit spot. Trying to get some bleeds. Big damage into Ari. Oh, he does get him down and actually survives it. He does live it, but oh my god, Akara is just not gonna let it happen. Just walks in, doesn't give the boy a chance to recover. Hits him with a DP, Shadow Word Death, taking him out on Ari. Wait, Ari got the kill for that one. I think as the Shadow Priest walked in trying to kill the Feral, he didn't kill him. He got him low, but whatever diseases, whatever Daza was still on the Feral, that's what's killed him. So in a sense, Ari does get the kill, but also not really. Interesting. Alright boys, let's go again, yeah? Hell of a game. As Ari is still showing us the Apocalypse build with the Mages. It's still a very, very powerful build. It is a bit of a burner. It takes a while to get to it. But he is able to. The DK slaps, oh yeah. 1v4 doesn't count? Okay, 1v4 doesn't count. I agree. I agree, chat. 1v4, yeah. Because it's like a dot, right? At that point, like, that's just lucky in a way. Isn't it? Region trap. Got him. Trinketed. Oh, let me see if we can slow ya. All right, we slowed him. I'm so dead. I'm dead. Good duel. 4 out of 5. All right, boys. Taxi's looking for a +1. Taxi's listed, looking for a +1. Can we get a tag? Can we tag from the Alliance? Can we tag? Yes, Alliance and Horde both complete these duels. We got 2 groups available. Both of the groups are cross-faction, so anybody and everybody can join them. Yeah, either Alliance or Horde can join up. Do you have any EU characters? Me? I do have my Hunter on EU. You mean like for... can EU join beta? Yes, EU can join beta. Do you mean like do I have like EU characters on Shadowlands Live? Technically, yeah. But they're not like playable at the moment. I only have my Hunter on my... Yeah, only have my Hunter just for spectating duels. But yo, if y'all boys want to join in, we got us as a group listed with tags and looking for more. What is my for me now? One group ready. The second group needs 1 more. Groups listed in Raids Legacy. Here we go. Alrighty. This guy's just trying to duel me. I just literally got a Beastmaster, kind of like a weird Beastmaster Hunter starter build. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to take a look at this Beastmaster build I got, because it is a starter. I want to see what Blizzard like recommends you as a starter. Good duel. I keep dueling people out here. So this is actually starter build that Blizzard recommends. So they recommend playing into Bestial Wrath, pick up Cobra Sting, and War Orders, where a Barbershop deals 5% increased damage and has a 50% chance to reset the kill command. to pick up Wild Call. So basically they recommended me to play a build that I'm wildly familiar with, like as close to Beast Mastery as you play. Like a very familiar Beast Mastery build playstyle that works in Shadowlands. Interesting. I mean, I guess it's kind of good. I just don't know why serrated shots is there. I mean, I do bleed, but like there's no poisons. But I can kind of understand. I feel like maybe they should have done like, I don't know, Charge Trap, Misdirect. That'd be 2 points that'll probably invest into here instead. So then it's like, okay, you got a basic build, but I guess like these abilities are situational, is how they look at it, which is good. I think it's good that there's like a lot of variety and a lot of potential. We do need +1, boys. We do need another mods for Team Tag Team. Is Pugs is still in the dungeon. Okay, so if Pugs is out, that'd be a +1 right there. Brutal, yeah. It's bugging out. Press refresh in the LG window, and then press invite. Worked out for Athel. Said it kind of fixes it. Here we go. So you guys did have one. It just was took a second to invite. That's cool. So we do have a second group then, Tagsy, yeah? Billy, I hope you're still in there, man. I want to see you play. Alright, group ready? I'm gonna ask blah blah real quickly if his group is good to go, because otherwise we'll get your boys back in here. As soon as it says it's good to go, I'm getting in here. Spectator match. Nice. Blah blah and taxi. So I'm gonna get you guys randomized arenas. It's only 2 arenas, but it's like as randomized as it comes. The Grand Arena is gonna be the next one. We only got the Grand and the Nokonud, so utilize those as best you can. Try to plan out for the little rampy thing that Nokonud got, the big wall down the middle, the couple of pillars on the sides. Try to plan around that as best you can. And then we got the Grand, which is like as even of an arena as you can get it. But yeah, thank you much for joining. Let's do another one, yeah? How many did we do yesterday? Like 11, 12? Yeah, we did 12. Hell yeah, dude. Let's get 12 more done tonight. I'm liking this a lot, by the way. I'm liking these arenas a ton. Also, if you guys are playing tonight, if y'all want to try different builds, just to see like what works, what doesn't, tonight is a perfect attempt to do it. Tonight, trying out a variety of different playstyles and different talents, and we'll see what works, what doesn't. Now would be the perfect time to do it. Alrighty, boys, let's get you all. Oh, Billy left. Oh my goodness, Billy, you actually were doing so good. You almost got Ari there. You did go for like more pets and stuff, but pets also are kind of bugging on the beta, so I don't blame you for bailing. Twitch. Kill 5 players, I don't care if I kill those. Okay. We got it says a car over for the team 1. We got Ari, Seavark, Leroy, and Zarkanis gonna be first up, trying to go for a bit of a sleep onto Lathvoker. We got it says an Evoker winning tonight. Lath trying to see if he can back up out of there. Gonna be Zarkanis going in for big damage. Doesn't get a stun onto Lath, looking for a bit of recovery of his own. As is going to be disintegrate out of Lath, trying to go for turn and surge, big Damie, trying to see if he can maybe burst him down, as is going to be both of the evokers blasting each other. Sleepwalk as the other one stuns him with the Dragon's Breath. That's going to be Sleepwalk out of Lath. Walker does get himself a little bit of recovery. And is looking to get himself fully healed up as best as he can. Nullifying Shroud, trying to get himself some CC reduction. Zarkon is getting interrupted. Does Lath Walker, is he immune to interrupts? He isn't. He can still get interrupted. He just immune to CC. Does get a big blast onto the other Evoker. He does get a pretty big blast on, who was the other guy actually? On Zarkanis. Actually did quite well. Gonna be a quick word onto Leroy, as Leroy does have a demon attacking him, which is gonna end up breaking him out of CC. Trying to go for a little bit of a hunt. As Zarkanis, Lathvoker. I get Zarkanis and Lathvoker's names completely mixed up, by the way. I'm just overwhelmed by the fact there's 2 Evokers trying to figure out what abilities they're using. But Lath tried to see if he can maybe round the bend. It looks like maybe it was out of mobility. And Leroy just got the angle on him. Quick hunt, body him down. Especially when you don't really have a lot of defenses going in against the Demon Hunt over the hunt. There's only so much you can do. Leroy picking up the Demon Soul. Does grant him 20% more damage. Trying to see if he can maybe slow down a Brule. Catches him out of cat form. Look at you maybe punish him out of that form with a wall for a Brule. Does give himself quite a bit of defense. Look at you maybe push in onto Leroy. Got himself the swarm. So he's looking to put in some strong dots on Leroy. Leroy sounds on him. The Brule could go into bear form if he needs some healing. That's exactly what he's going to do. Looking for recovery as he does get crit pretty hard by Leroy. Leroy so far has got him on the ropes. Abrul definitely is looking for a bit of that recovery. At some point, does need to establish some kind of a dominance. Leroy needs to get stunned up. Trinkets 4 out of it. Abrul does get himself a little bit of self-heal. Stun. No trinket for the Feral Druid with a slice out of Leroy, taking him out. Only so much you can really do. Taxi is able to get himself insta-cast Gateway. That's actually so good. Imagine in PvP you just set up insta-cast Gateway with that Soul Bird. That's going to be fantastic. Got himself a pet build. Doesn't look like he's playing the Sacrifice playstyle. So I wonder if he's got like some kind of like a pet synergy build, or he's just using the pet for the interrupts, or just steal buffs from Leroy. But Leroy is going to have a demon on him for a moment. Going to be a fear onto Taxi. Does he have the fear that makes the enemy take more damage afterwards? He potentially may. Taxi with a big shield as his pet, I think it's Sacrifice of that, or his pet just dies to the Demon Hunter Cleave. I'm not really sure. Hopefully he got Sacrifice. Leroy taking a little bit of damage from those dots, but definitely dishing out a lot more towards Taxi. Taxi does get himself some cooldowns rolling, I think, with a Battle Match Trinket, looking for the Drain Life versus Leroy. Got himself a little bit of a shield, and looks like he was maybe able to get himself a shield based on the Drain Life healing. So I think a Soul Burn Drain Life is what builds you up a shield, which for Taxi could be quite good. Leroy does end up continuing to cleave towards Taxi as the Warlock is looking to back up out of them, maybe looking for a port, trying to separate from Leroy. Does get interrupted. There goes the Gateway. Leroy catches up with him momentarily, hits him in prison. And that's going to be yet another drain by Taxi. Leroy actually dropping on Darkness. That's going to be a demon spawning in. Can't slay it. Doesn't end up killing it. That's going to be Mortal as Taxi just trying to see if he can pull the Demon Hunter away from the Demonic Soul, but he's just unable to. Leroy brocking an item just to get the extra Demon Hunter spouting Fell Dev and Taxi, so you can just soul break him afterwards. Just got free damage rolling in while he continues bursting. There goes the entire Metamorphosis. There goes the big cooldown. Leroy has that leech, has the survivability, has the big damage ready for a moment. Does get a quick interrupt onto Taxi, and Taxi does recover a ton of health in just a second. I think that was a Soulborn Warlock Hellstone just now. Definitely needs to go for some more drain lives. Definitely needs to go for a lot more drains. The more drains he can get out of it, the better. That's going to be imprisoned with a silence attempt. Does get a stun to Taxi. Potential silence. Leroy taking a bit of damage. Does have fun. Maybe can use that leech in order to catch up on health. Stun to Taxi. Got drained. Interrupted. Maybe in a bad spot. It looks like Leroy does end up taking him out. With that hunt, was able just to maximize the damage. Get even more leech out of Taxi. Got super hyper aggressive with Taxi, just so he can get even more healing. And it's going to be on who up next. Is this Ori? Or is this... Who is on who? I like seeing a Boomkid here. But who is this man? I actually hoping Boomkids do play a lot bit better in Dragonflight for PvP. Leroy, soul breaking on who? Does get Cleveland down. Big crits. Absolutely just wrecking the boy. Bash on Leroy does burn a trigger for it. On who playing it very, very defensively. Thorns, Barkskin. Got himself a couple of fairies spawning in. That's going to add a little bit more dam. Got himself a demon right behind the pillar. Is going to back up for a second on who activating Starfall. But I think he still needs a line of sight of Leroy in order to get Starfall damage maximization, doesn't he? Like, Starfall doesn't do anything unless you actually see him. He does have those fairy dragons behind the pillar. So those guys are definitely helping him out. Big incarnation available for Anhu. Trying to see if we can blast out Leroy. Collecting a couple of these starbursts as Leroy looking to close the gap. Does go for the stun. Knocked up in the air. Trying to go for big soul. Oh my god, that crit. He's got to be playing a crit build, right? Cal is going to be up next as a Fury Warrior. This is the only man left standing between Leroy and victory. Trying to see if he can disarm the Demon Hunter. DH has the glaives. It's interesting how Demon Hunter get disarmed, but he still throw a glaive. Like, what are you throwing? Do you have like a glaive in your back pocket? What are you, Batman with utility belt? I never understood that. I feel like once you get disarmed, you can't throw a glaive because you don't have a glaive in your hand. But apparently they do. Leroy trying to see if he can back up out of the spear. Cal trinkets out of that stun. Gonna be Metamorphosis together with the Hunt. So Leroy got himself plenty of tankiness. He just stay super aggressive with Cal and get as much healing and as much damage out of him as possible. Trying to go for the Soul Break. Cal got himself defensive, trying to see if he can get counter aggressive. As this Fury Warrior is just fighting through the pain, fighting through the chaos, fighting through the damage. Stuns Leroy, leaping on top of him. Does he get the execute? Does he get it right here? Leroy actually with no help whatsoever does get himself a lucky demon kill. Recovers all the health back. Cal might be in a tight spot right now. Does he have enough survivability? And Leroy does end up taking him out. He got the luckiest. I swear to God, the luckiest demon spawn just now. That was incredible. 5-0 by Leroy. Not surprising, honestly. Demon Hunters are... I do want to know if you ran a crit build that time. It felt like your crit damage just randomly just you'd spike up. So I wonder if you did run that build or if you ran that mastery build that you normally do. I'm actually very, very interested. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Taxi and Leroy, let me know when you guys' team is ready, or if you need more, and then I can just advertise it some more out here in the Duratar. Also, if you guys can help me advertise Akama DC'd, okay, we'll give him a second. It looks like a car is out here. He is DC'd as well, but he may be trying to come back though. A car better get to play, by the way. Last, I appreciate you for playing the Evoker tonight, by the way. I appreciate you for playing Evoker, buddy. It's actually been such a joy watching somebody at least give it an attempt. Whether it's good, whether it's not, I appreciate you giving it the best. Honestly. Thank you. Also, Zerakos, or whatever the... I'm so sorry, I'm really bad with names. But the other Evoker, appreciate you, boys. Whether the class is doing good, whether it's not, it's good that we're getting some insight. And also, it gives Blizzard like, hey, look, here's how this class is doing. We might want to buff him. Evoker's fun. I'm glad it is. I'm hoping to buff it a little bit. I'll be honest, it's really cool. I'm just hoping to buff it a little bit. I think it may need some survivability buffs or damage buffs. But it looks really cool. It looks awesome. Beta 13, 14. Taxi, let me know if you need more, or if you guys are good to go. I'm trying to see if a car comes back. If a car doesn't return, we may be able to swap him out. Taxi, how's the team doing, my guy? Are we all ready to go? And if we... 5? Okay, Taxi's ready. We're trying to see if Leroy's team is ready, or if they need uno mas. Because we got Huntard, Collision, maybe to see one to join in. And also we had Pugs. Pugs is back. He actually can play. Unless Pugs is one of the Evokers. Changing some stuff around our team, I think. Okay, okay. That's fine. Waiting on a car is gone, yeah? Or he swapping too. Maybe. Don't you be Horde? No, these groups are cross factions, so you don't need to be a Horde. You can be Alliance or Horde or whatever you want to be, my guy. You can be whatever you want to be. You can be a pretty little butterfly if you want to. I try to see if I can freeze him. Yo, I mean, good duel. I like it. Boomies do a lot of damage. Apparently Boomies can do a lot of surge damage. I definitely don't play it well, but it's okay. Imagine if Fat could defeat Illidan. Dude, I think it would, honestly, I think it would be great. One day, right? Illidan defeated by a by KFC. You know what I mean? We got ourselves one more needed for Team Rockstar, Seabark, and Leroy. I said Rockstar, I mean Arya, but I'm really bad with names. But yo, if y'all want to join in, we got all the must. They definitely need damage buff and a healer needs healing buff. Possibly Aura. I love the playstyle. Like I played both the damage build and the healer build in raid testing on Thursday. Loved it. Healer is awesome. I love the playstyle of Evoker. They just need to be a little bit more effective, I think. But besides that, yeah, they're awesome. Maybe it could be like, maybe I was running the wrong build, but they may, I'm saying may, like, maybe it's like I played the wrong build, but they may need to, I really would want them to be good. Just the damage Evoker too, I think for PvP, like it's not scaling as well as it could be. Surge One, my man, how you doing? I hit you with a slow. Using trap. No, I didn't get ya. I didn't get ya. Slow ya. Walk it. I try to walk away from ya. Good deal. That guy's bullying me at this point, dude. Surge One, you're so good at duels. You should join us for 5-5s. He's just bullying me at this point. He knows what he's doing. All right, team's ready. Awesome. I want to see. I do have the command already typed up. Hell yeah. I love a fat chicken more than defensive. To have other defensive more than Barkskin other than Boomy is in a good spot. So they do have hybrid capabilities. They do have hybrid abilities. They have Nature's Vigil. I guess like CC counts as defenses too, doesn't it? They have Roar. They have Bear Form. They could go like very, very heavy into Bear Form, Self Healing, and Barkskin. I don't disagree with you. Maybe after like more internal PvP testing, if they do like a big PvP test and where people can play some 2s and 3s, then we can really see like how a class is doing defensively or offensively. You know, it could be down to like other classes just doing way too much damage. So it's not Boomy's defenses are lacking, it's just the other classes like are overtuned. So then Boomy's defenses seem like it's not enough, but once you tone this class down, it may like fix itself in a way. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Let me, I want to make sure I saved it. 13, 14. We'll save like that. Hey, what's up, Rune? Hey to my guy. Scarface, I thought Fury was so well, which is good to see. Yeah, dude, Fury, I think Fury can definitely work. Fury can definitely work well. It's just Demon Hunters are kind of nutty right now. Like, to be fair, I don't know if it's like overtuned or just really, really strong to Twitch. But then again, Leroy is also really good too. I don't gotta take away from him at all. Okay, we got ourselves Kadam over for the team. 1 on the team. We got ourselves Arcanus as the Evoker. Seawork in the back. Hopefully Seawork will actually get a chance to play. Leroy as well as Ari. And Kadam looking to see if he can get a good angle into Taxi. Playing Beast Mastery, double the pet. Bestial Wrath is going to go for the Chimeric really early on. As Taxi is just trying to load up dots on all the pets. Is playing a pet build. Unless Taxi is going to go sacrificing the pet later. I'm not really sure. Trying to get a UA into Kedem. Kedem goes in for a feint death for a second. That actually leaves him out in the open. Taxi could actually go for some damage. Trying to go for a big drain setup. As Kedem got a death check him on him. All of these pets are absolutely rampaging him. It looks like Taxi is actually going to swap the UA attention onto the pets instead. Got a full soul rod on these pets. And looking to gain a lot of drain life. Got the soul rod on the pets. And is getting a lot of drain value from Kedem as well. Trying to go for a couple of shadow bolts too. As long as you get a bunch of dots on the Kedem, the shadow bolts can actually do a decent amount of damage, especially since they are all proc instant cast. Bestial Wrath around the corner. Taxi pushing in. Does go for a Mortal Coil. Kedem, I think maybe playing like a summoning build. You got a lot more pets on the Taxi. Absolutely just get a barrage by all these pets. Kedem trying to go for survival of the fittest. Maybe he'll give him a little bit more damage as Taxi has an entire zoo on him. All these pets just, what? How many birds are there? Look at the birds. Literally, it's a flock. Billy talked about a lock flock earlier. Look at this flock of birds, man. What is this? Got him trying to see maybe if he can get himself some survivability, but I think he may be on a death's door with Taxi completely running him down. Darkglare literally walking up to give this boy a smooch. I don't know what the Darkglare is doing. He's literally a ranged demon, and it's literally walking up in melee of Kedem. Trying to take a bite out of the hunter, maybe pulling it back. That is still a fellow hunter on him. That's a pet you can't tame. Shot him out for a second, does get himself a counter, but the pets do have a dot, so denying the hunter that survivability. Taxi does rampage those dots, trying to get him to tick out at a faster rate. Kedem has dots on the pets, but I don't think he has dots on him though. I think he's mostly cleaned them. And Taxi just needs to push in a little bit, get some dots on the Kedem, prevent him from going for feint death. Nice scatter shot in order to counteract the Mortal Coil. And Taxi just trying to give the pressure onto Kedem just a little bit more. Trying to go for drain. That's going to be a feint death. Kedem is clean off of dots, mostly, I think. Or maybe not completely. And Taxi just pushing in. There's nowhere for the hunter to go. Trying to go for Bestial Wrath. Last little resort. Got himself a little bit of healing. Acceleration did come back up in a nice enough time. Trying to go for a bit of damage. That's going to be a silence on the Taxi. As Taxi got himself dark back. I don't think there's anything Kedem can really do in this situation. But the man's is still surviving. So that should be mentioned. The guy is still alive. He's still kicking. He is still in the game for now. He's not completely dead. But I think the dots may catch up to him at this point here. Taxi pushing in. Last shot of bolt. Taking him out with Zarkanis. Trying to see if he may be able to take him out. Does go for the sleep. He does get a sleep for the Taxi. Trying to go for a little bit of barrages. Big fire damage. Interrupt the Taxi and Shadow. Going for them big disintegrates. I think he's actually immune to interrupts in the moment. Trying to get himself and knock up on the Taxi, interrupting his casting. More disintegrates. Trying to go for a big stun. Does landed. And is looking for even more damn out here. Disintegrates as the UA is up for Taxi. Zarkanis could be in a bit of a weird spot right now. Trying to go for a little bit of self-heal. I don't really know if he could deal with the dots. Actually, can he just cleanse himself of like curses at the very least? Big damage out of Taxi. Massive burst of the Darkglare. The dots are ramping up on him. Zarkanis trying to find some cover behind the pillar, but does end up getting taken out. So I know that Evokers do have an ability to remove dots off of them. I don't think they can do magic dots though, can they? Yeah, and Taxi, a lot of his dots are magic dots. Seaver going to be up next. First time we're seeing my man Seaver play. I think that was a really bad Z-axis with that Ring of Peace. Unless Taxi is just on the right spot where he... Oh no, there is a Z. No, it doesn't work properly. I thought for a second maybe it just doesn't work. Taxi trying to see if we can maybe get some drain life from Seaver. Seaver got himself a little bit of temporal, got himself images as well. Taxi hoping to close the gap, but Seaver got himself the ultimate time to reposition. Missiles to follow, and actually getting mad damage to Taxi. Mad damage into the Affliction Warlock. I think Seaver canceled out the ultimate time just so he could reposition. Big missiles still flying towards Taxi, trying to see if he can separate the pet as well as the Warlock. As long as he can keep the pet away or at least be in line of sight of the pet, nothing can interrupt him unless Taxi got more crowd control. Quick invis by Seavark, diving into that massive invis very quickly, or instant cast greater invis very quickly. Got a polymorph for Taxi and is looking for a bit of a reset. Got himself, oh, ring, froze the pet, actually so good. Big damage on Taxi, blast him out of missiles. Taxi froze himself yet again. Even more missiles by Seavark, mad heal by Taxi, super low and held them. Big touch of the Magi attacks to try to go for a bit of drain. Try not to get interrupted by Seavark. If he gets interrupted on Shadow right here, could be a really bad thing for him. Seavark got himself a little bit of survivability. Managed to go for Ice Block. Yet another, I think a massive is this time around just to escape from Taxi for a moment. Again, just trying to make sure he has line of sight of Taxi and making sure the pet can't touch him. Might actually decide to burn out damage onto the pet. If he can take out on the pet, he'll be in a really good spot. Taxi needs to find a way to close the gap. It looks like some pixels over on this, like, ramp can actually cause you to like get stuck on, so that's something they may have to fix. They may have to smooth those out because that'll be super annoying trying to chase after a guy and then just a few pixels on the wall just not letting you go anywhere. Seavark does not have much of a shield. That pet is doing a good job just removing that shield every single global it gets, so Seavark can't really even maintain much of a defensive. Any dives into his health bar are just going to be brutal and detrimental. Trying to go for a couple of blasts onto the pet. Taxi just trying to push in. If he got himself a board and he can get line of sight of Seavark, then he'll be in a fantastic spot. Boarding right on top of him, Seavark may just have to ice block it. So I think Taxi has him in his pocket. Unless Seavark can control Taxi, CC the pet, blast out Taxi completely, then he might be in a bit of a tight spot. Trying to go for massive is Rune of Power. Setting up big damage with a touch of the Magi versus Taxi. He's trying to go for a little bit of health stone. Get interrupted. Wait, potentially in a bad spot. Does get himself the Dark Pact. Still going to be big damage. Blast out of Seavark. Get Taxi super low. Does get himself a wall. Does he have any more survivability? Barrage gets him incredibly low. Dodging that Arcane Orb. And Seavark can just turn around. Arcane blasting the pet. Taxi's at no health whatsoever. If Seavark is playing the execute Barrage, this could be over. Just one peek. Just one peek and Taxi could be over. One peek and he may just be done. Does Seavark set up anything? Invis, you don't know where he is. You're just trying to kind of panic. You don't know where he's gonna go. Missiles chasing after you. Is Taxi still alive? I'm surprised. Just trying to go behind into the room as best as they can. Barrage taking him out. Mortal Coil does connect. And Seavark does end up taking him out. With Lath Welcome going to be up next. Trying to see if he can charge around the pillar. It's going to be a quick breath onto him. Lath with a poly does trick it out of him immediately. Got himself a fire breath rolling on onto Seavark. Potentially could give him a lot of procs for a big living flame procs. Got himself quite a bit of damage towards Seavark actually. Quite a bit. Gonna be mass. Oh, he just immuned. He just immuned a lot of that. Trying to see. I don't even know what happened. Oh, that is super unfortunate. Oh, that is extremely unfortunate. He tried to go for the Dragon Breath, but he got stuck in the same place. He can't even control himself, his character. So Seavark just missiled him down. That was actually unfortunate. I hope Blizzard fixes it. If Evokers can get stuck like that, on the corner too, like we talked about earlier with Taxi, he got stuck on the corner of this side of the wall. If Evokers can get stuck like that, that would be so bad, because you're just stuck in place. Bugged? Yeah, that's super unfortunate, man. That is extremely unfortunate. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. I've only overshot my positional with the Evoker, like went too far, but I think I've ever got stuck in place. Stun onto Seavark as Kale, trying to see if he can put some pressure in. Gonna be roots out of Seavark. It's gonna be Ultra Time. Try to stick around where Seavark's after image for Ultra Time was. As Kale trying to go for a bit of damage of his own. Got himself the Avatar. I wonder what kind of Avatar is he running. Is he running the Avatar that gives him that Odin's Fury Bleed with auto attack buff, potentially? Or Raging Blow damage increase, which I think would be even better for his build? Or is he running the Avatar gives you Recklessness version? Because both of them could be good. Barrage by Seavark, lead by the Warrior, trying to see if he can close the gap. Stun to Seavark, that's a vulnerable blink, but Ultra Time is at the ready in case his health ever goes bad. Fear by Cal, trying to see if he can establish some control into Seavark, but he doesn't realize that the mage is just going to be able to Ultra Time out of the spear. Looks like maybe the spear blink you, like boarding you back in, trying to knock him back. Is going to be a blink as soon as he gets charged on. Got himself doing your frost. You literally can't approach this mage. You got somebody slows on you. Missiles just absolutely barraging, just drilling right through Cal. Maybe in a bad spot, trying to go for a little bit of self heal. Big barrage, execute breath as he closes the gap, touches the Magi. Oh my goodness, that touch of the Magi. I think it's the first time we actually seen touch of the Magi collect so much damage in PvP that it like actually just crushed somebody. It just like absolutely just like squeezed everything out of them. A Brule gonna be up next, trying to see if he can get some damage. Seavark trying to go for Polymer, but that's a Feral Druid. He just gonna power shift from a cat form into bear form, but maybe Seavark try to go for a Nova, hoping maybe he shoots in like normal form for Regio really quickly while he breaks his shield. It was definitely a gamble. Seavark does not have Icebark for a while though. 25 seconds. If this man can live somehow until 25 seconds, he may be okay. Try to sit down for food immediately. Does a Brule have Moonfire? He's back in stealth. Trying to see if he can approach Seavark. Blink available, but blinks into the wall, knocking the Feral back, creates some space. That's actually so good for arcane mages. Fire mages too, you can just go for a knockback. What's the last time we had mages with a knockback, chat? I'm actually loving this. I'm loving this feature. Seavark does go for yet another blink, blinks into a wall. That or trinketed, I'm not sure. I think it was a blink though. Freeze into a Brule, and he does get the Icebug back. Trying to go for big damage. There's a Brule ready. It's gonna be mad missiles. May have to wall it. Trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. Bar skin available. Gonna be Seavark with more missiles. A Brule not pressing wall until the very end. Did press a wall at the end of that touch of the magic. Did not want to find out if it does enough damage or not. Super low in health. Does Seavark get him? Oh my god. Who is this arcane wizard? On how? As went from a Boom Kid to a Shadow Priest is going to be up next. Needs to get some dots on the Seavark. If he can get that VTD pain as well as DP rolling in, I think eventually Seavark may be in a tight spot. As on how is going to be trying to go for a little bit of flash heals while in Shadow form. So I think this is the first time we've seen a Shadow Priest with all of the newest damage buffs and all of the newest challenge changes for PvP, yeah? Because I don't think we've really seen that much in PTR. We've seen the early incarnation of him, but not after this recent changes, like whole Shadow Man is gone thing, which is kind of interesting. I think in a way it's going to be a bit of a detriment because he can't just go from like Shadow Heal then Holy Heal, but we'll see. Well, we'll see, because I think they should have overall more survivability in general, like instant cast Shadow Ward Life or Power Ward Life together with Mind Games, as well as better overall survivability. It shows. I imagine this should be in a better spot overall, but who knows. Gonna be Seavark blinking away from the Shadow Crash. Quick breath on Hal. Just trying to see if he can play defensively. Got himself a touch of magic on the guy. Misses around the corner. On Hal may have to press the defensive, taking quite a bit of damage. Seavark getting hit with the silence. On Hal will still have quite a big hit on that touch of magic on him. Does blast him out. Siphoning around the corner could potentially slow Seavark down, but you will need to kind of kite the mage out in the open. Mage using Invis in order to bypass the Siphon, sneaking around that fiend completely. And sneaking around on Howl together. Keeping the barrage burst going. Got him some rune of power. I don't think... Oh, rune of power. Ring of frost. Frozen ring. I'm so used to saying ring of boopity bop. I literally was just like stuttering, like thinking like ring. I know which one I want to say. Frost ring or ring of frost. One of those two. But I'm thinking of, every time I keep thinking of ring, I think of the monk ring. Ring of Peace, which I always call Ring of Boopity Bop. Oh my god. Speaking about Ring of Peace, we haven't seen that tonight or last night at all. Gonna be another touch of magic. Seavark with the Arcane Surge does on how survive it. Big blast of damage. Got himself a silence of the Seavark with the PI on him. On how take a big damage though. Oh my god, the barrage at the end. Oh my goodness. Seavark 1v5 chat. First Arcane Mage 1v5 duel. Boys, Av is just literally a healer. I do no damage. Really? Really, huh? That's unfortunate. So boring. Wait, so why does Affliction do no damage tags? I thought they actually had more damage than before. Or is it just because of is it because of like because of the build you got going on? Or is it just how you have to play for duels? Hey dudes, who's winning? What's up, dude? Hope you're having a good one. Let's get another going, boys, yeah? Let's get on a duel up and running. If you guys want to try a different build, give it a chance. Give it a shot. Dude, yeah, we're doing pretty good, man. We hosted some duels on the beta. Yesterday, we hosted some duels on the beta. They ended up working out really, really well. And tonight, we're hosting some over in the beta. Trying to give it another go. Some Seavark together with Ari, together with a, Seavark's league now. Okay, works out. Seavark's group needs a +1 if you guys want to join in. 2.5 million damage and 4.3 healing. Fun game. Wait, would wanting a sacrifice build be better than Taxi, or do you have to play like the pet build? Is that like overall better? Because wasn't sacrifice better for Affliction Warlocks before? Or am I wrong? But yeah, I mean, I believe you. It is a lot of healing. Sacrifice a bug. Is it really? Oh no. That's super unfortunate. Maybe do you want DH versus DK? Yeah, we do need a DK in here. We actually got Arya. So we do have that. And if we had Kirax from yesterday, we'd be able to get another DK. Yo, Atho. Team Seawork looking for a +1, my guy. If you want to go in and show him up. You know what I mean? Taxi, let me know if you're ready, my guy. Meant to give us 10% more HP and just doesn't. Oh, 10%. Yeah, I guess if you're putting it like that. Wait, but isn't the damage better? But isn't the damage overall better though? Yeah, wouldn't you just end up taking sacrifice anyway just to do more damn? Because survivability is good, isn't it? I mean, you tell me, man. You tell me. Because you're the expert on affliction. Or do you think it's not worth? Yeah, but the damage isn't worth the 10% DR. Okay, fair enough. Taxi's ready. Let me know, Seawark, or if whoever's leader of the other group, if you guys are ready. Save that. Cool. Hell yeah. What's up, Dal? What's with the monk burst in the Duels Arena day 2 ago? Could they cover that without a video? For what, beta? I think I did a video on some of the bursts classes the other day, actually. So if you check out that video, there's a good chance that that troop was using a very similar build. He probably wasn't using Serenity. He was using the Storm Earth of Fire, but I think it was basically the same thing. It was the you're trying to go for a big artifact weapon Windlord strike crit into a Rising Sun kick while you have images. I think they fixed it so that your images can also Windlord too. So I think just with Windlord, you just literally knock the wind out of them. Doom Flower, hey, how you doing, my guy? You want to join? Lath, how you doing, my guy? You want to join in too? Oh, you guys got a fireman. Let's go. Hey, hell yeah. Want to get Monkey Strike? Cool. Awesome. Once the groups are looking for a +1, I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll let you boys know as soon as they're looking for a +1. Actually, they're looking for one now. Actually, they are looking now. LFG raids legacy, but you're dueling right now, so once you get your duel done, XD, wait, did you just blast that soup guy? Wait, you just absolutely just dumpster that guy? This is a group of taxi. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're looking for a +1 over. Never mind, they got +1. Hell yeah. All right, let me know when you guys are ready. I guess after this league now, yeah. Works. Did you get what you mean? I thought he was, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm about to say a group up. Billy, we do have them in. Are you in PTR or in the beta? Because we're doing these on the beta tonight. We're not doing PTR this evening. But as well, hey to my guy. Could we ask Seawark if you can see some frost? Seawark, do you have a frosty build that you could show off? Just for the chat, just for the boys. Show us a frost does have a playstyle. If you don't have one set up, don't worry about it. But yeah, if you want to do my guy, it's what I would love to see it. Personally, I would love to see it. Atho, are you ready? I'm gonna leave. Give us a minute. Yeah, good. Sounds good. Let me know when you boys are ready. If you guys are looking for gear, if you guys are looking to get some gear over as a Horde or Alliance, there's a vendors in Orgrimmar and Stormwind. So if you guys are trying to join us some 5v5 duels, or just want to test a character with a bit of gear, and you want to get PvP items, in Orgrimmar they have a vendor. It's a goblin on a platform right over here. It's a tiny goblin dude on a big old platform that says little PvP gear vendor. You talk to him, you buy all the PvP items you need. There's a couple different options in there, but not too many. But all the gear will scale up to max, so as long as you buy it, you don't have to rank it up or none of that stuff at all. You'll be good to go. And in Stormwind, it's gonna be in the gear vendors of Stormwind are gonna be, they're like here-ish, right? They're like around here. So there, you'll see like a bunch of vendors over here. Like when you get to into the trade district and you take a right towards Old Town, you'll see like a row of like professional vendors, and a little bit further down next to like some of the shops of the trade district, like a little bit more northern in a way. There's going to be another platform with also a goblin vendor, and he sells you all the PvP gear. So if you're Alliance or Horde, you guys have like two options of how to get PvP gear. Definitely get yourself some gear when you join these duels. It's going to help you out a ton. All the versatility and the fact that it scales in PvP will make it a little bit more of an even footing. Athman streamed or no? I don't think Athman streams. I know that Athman plays with some friends and one of his friends records some of the games they do, but I don't think he actually streams. What are you maining in DF? I'm actually was gonna put a video on some of the classes I'm considering. I was gonna put a video in just a couple of days of some of the classes I am actually planning on maining in DF. How you doing, Abrul? Hope you're having a good one. Yo, thank you so much for joining us as a Feral, man. Showing us how Feral played. Did you have to be level 70? So you do need level 70, but the Valdraken server, Billy, you can do like character templates on that server. So you can do max level 70 templates. Having a great time, I'm just bad. You're good, my guy, you're good. You're fine. You're fine. Part of the 5v5 duels. It's gonna take a little bit to like really get used to some of them. Unkillable. It's talking to Brule is unkillable. I'm trying to stream. I'm gonna be a random BG boy. Yo, you should join us for some beta and be a random cube beta boy instead. Waiting for him to say if he's ready for gearing. Sounds good. Taxi, we got the other team is ready. They're just waiting for the other guy to get some gear. So as soon as they're ready, we'll be good to go, my guy. Okay. Good Demon Hunter, you know you want to. Demon Hunter is definitely. I have a list here. I definitely should be. Do I have Demon Hunter on the list? I don't want to give away exactly what the list is, chat. Okay, so I know there's at least 4 classes on the list, but there is one spot that's a bit more flexible. Right now, I'll put in a class that I've been enjoying, but I'm only like really playing 1, 2, maybe like 1, maybe somewhat 2 specs on the playstyle in general. Demon Hunter definitely could go in there easily because of Havoc, but like when I think of a class, I would want to be able to play like all the different aspects of that class, right? I would want to have interest in all specs. So with Demon Hunter, like Vengeance is something I kind of enjoy, but not nearly as much as Havoc. Havoc I know I love. Big fan of Havoc. But Vengeance, I don't know. I guess I gotta give it some more. I gotta give it some more tries. I do have a class that I have an interest in on there. Again, don't want to spoil it. Ready? Gotcha. Took me a second. Corrain 50% speed plus speed gems. So slow. Corrain 50% speed. Wait, what? I realize what I'm missing most of my cell. Oh yeah, movement speed. Yeah. I imagine there's gonna be like enchants for movement speed and stuff. Because they did a lot of stuff with professions, and I imagine there'll be like ways to create some crafted gear that focuses on like even PvP crafted gear that maybe gives you like movement speed buffs. I think that'd be really good. But I do agree with you, yeah. That is quite a big like change. I didn't realize it until you said it. Hi, in PvP do you have better than SL? Well, none of the classes are tuned yet, but the way you gear in DF is going to be a lot better. You don't have to do the ranking thing in your Morpho gear in order to be competitive for PvP. You just can't conquest gear and it scales to the maximum rank immediately. You can rank it for like PvE purposes, but like if you just get conquest, it's gonna scale max in PvP. So it's gonna be a little bit more of a fairer footing rather than having like different like ranks and scales. So Twitch. Got us a team one together with a Bruleman as a Feral Druid. We got Cal representing Fury Warrior. We got us as Lathan Windwalker swapping out. Taxi on the Affliction Warlock and on How on the Shadow Priest. Mad burst into into Athaman immediately. As Athaman got some wings, Mad burst back into on How. May have to force out a disperse. The guy actually with no health. Disperse. This is still die to the disperse though. Trying to get himself as much stuff in as possible. Got himself a little Siphon to slow down Atho. Atho no longer has a bubble. This could be the burstiest classes of two ever. Oh my god, and Atho just slams the boy down. Just got some procs and absolutely just took him from half health down to 0. Paladin gameplay here, boys. But actually, I mean, even the Shadow Priest got himself quite a bit of burst there too. It's actually looking like, wait, 2 burstiest classes ever. Athaman bleeding out profusely. Looks like the early bleeds by our Bruleman were enough to force out a blessing of protection. So Athaman could actually be kind of naked in the duel. Arya over on team 2, waiting for his time. C-Evoker, C-Evoker, China Evoker, Leroy, we gotta get him. And Athaman getting pounced on by our Bruleman, hits him with the stun. Is he gonna force out a Tricket? Does force a Tricket. Athaman finds himself with no health, no more immunities. No more major defensives, not even a Shield of Vengeance. The only thing he's got is Holy Power and Trust in the Light. That's literally all he's got. All he can do is just Trust in the Light and a whole flash of lights are going to be enough for him to top himself off. Our Bruleman catch himself a full reset. He just needs a couple more bleeds. couple of more shreds. He just sees another deadly combo, and Atherman could just fall over. Atherman gets out of that stun fairly quickly. Gonna be a full set of swarm. Got him some divine troll. Mad burst of Brule, having to play defensive, swapping in bear form. Well, he's got big bleeds on Atho. He got a lot of pressure for Atho. Walking next to Atho with thorns, and Atho ends up killing himself through thorns. This is where Atho was. I think he needed some holy power. He needed to throw a judgment, but I think an auto attack ended up getting him too low. Them bleeds by Feral Druid, man. I mean, he set the bleeds, let him sit there, and Atherman, he's just trying to get a counter offensive, but the bleed's already in. They already have said if they can make Feral bleeds that strong in PvP and assassination rogues, because yesterday it seemed pretty good, I'll be kind of happy. Like, imagine putting, like, committing some big bleeds and letting it feel impactful. You know what I mean? You put cooldowns into those bleeds, and they actually do stuff. What a revolutionary idea. Because I feel like in Shadowlands, bleeds and damage over time mostly took a backseat. Like, a pretty big backseat in general. A Brilliman trying to see if he can avoid the hunter. Trying not to become the hunted. He's not looking to get tamed. Freezing trap by Kedem. Got himself the hunter's mark. Wait, he's marksman this time, not BM. Potentially big damage. Trying to get frame shots around the corner. Our Brilliman taking a bit of hits. Rapid fire around the corner. Just watch and just catch and chasing after him. Still holding on to a hunter's mark in the Feral, trying to deny him any kind of stealth. Reset does get himself a quick prowl for just a second. Kedem got himself a sack in order to try to prevent some of the crit damage from Abril. Abril got quite a bit of dots on the Kedem. Kedem rotating, survive the fittest, just to give himself even more survivability. Big heal as he gets hit with a bite. Stun onto Abrilaman. Does he have the damage? Double tap, ready to go. All the damage available. Big explosive. Does he have enough damage? Wall for Abril. Does get rooted out by the Tart Trap. And maybe Kedem can get himself another rapid fire. Trying to keep the pressure on the Feral as best as possible. Abril going in for the bash and runs into a freezing trap. Trinkets out of it. Kedem got himself double tap ready to go. Steel trap onto Abril. Got himself massive rapid fire. Can he get it low enough? Abril going in for the bear form, trying to get himself a bit of healing. Scatter shot with a quick aim shot. Abril at no health whatsoever. Next kill shot could be very, very deadly. Trying to go for one kill shot. Second kill shot. Arcane shot. Got him down. The Feral did get hunted down by the hunter. With Cal going to be up next as a Fury Warrior. Is going to have Swarm on him. Super unfortunate Swarm is still chasing after him, and it's going to give him some healing. But not much you can really do. Kedem with a Turtle Shell, immediately trying to see if we can drop down Freezing Trap onto Kel. And if we find ourselves a Freezing Trap chat, they actually upgraded the visual for Freezing Trap. If we find just a lone Freezing Trap, I want to show what it looks like, if we ever get one. But Kedem may not be able to show us. There's going to be a quick execute as he goes in for a pet sack. With Ari going to be next, his Fury Warrior is just activating all his cooldowns. Got himself a disarm versus Ari. Immediate trinket. That's going to be blind by Ari. Just trying to see if he can last out Kale's burst. It is going to go in with a pet stun. Trying to summon up a bigger army. Going to be a spear. Is going to be able to walk out with an AMS. Reducing a lot of that magic damage. Kale got himself some survivability. May be able to get himself a lot of healing. Trying to see if he can maybe get that physical damage to crack through the defenses of Ari. Ari still holding on to big defenses. Kale looks like he's going to back up out of there. Big group to put him back out into the fray. Stun into Ari. And it looks like maybe... Oh, he had no health whatsoever. Battle Mass Tricket about to fall off. If somehow the Warrior could have survived that a little bit longer, I think he potentially could have had himself a decent enough position to maybe get a win. Gonna be a quick kill by Lat, taking him out. Quick strike of the Windlord, taking him out. With C. Boker gonna be up next, applying a nullifying shard, so he's gonna be immune to next CC. Mad Burst! Okay, Laugh. Hold up, Laugh. He literally walked in, 2 globals and Seabricker's dead. 2 globals, 2 abilities. And Leroy also taking a bit of damage. Big hunter to the last, he goes in for the stun. And Leroy's gonna have to hold the fort for his team. During a peaceful last, there's rotating every defensive versus Leroy. As Leroy's just gonna disengage out of the Fist of Fury. Big Blade Dance taking down the Demon Hunter. With Tagsy, last one on Team 1, actually gets a chance to play. Setting up a gateway pretty early on as Leroy charges in. Mortal Coil is gonna get hit with a Fear. Actually rushing out away with a Fear. This actually gives Tagsy an opportunity to like disconnect a little bit further. Tagsy setting up a big hunt, trying to see if he can back up out of there. Has himself the Deathbolt at the ready. It looks like Leroy is just gonna be attacking the pet in the back. Got quite a bit of dots on him. And this is where Tagsy decided to back him out of there. Leroy actually dotted up. Wait, could he die? Trying to see if he can remove those dots. Does go for a reversal. Got himself a big soul strike towards Tagsy. Potentially could increase the damage of Cannon Strikes as well as Blade Rances. I-Beam does give himself a little bit of leech. A little bit of that Metamorphosis power. Amplifying the damage of his abilities. That's going to be Tagsy trying to go for Soul Rod. Fear onto Leroy. If he can get himself another Leroy on the Fear on the guy, he may be able just to load him up with dots and take him out. Leroy is dying. Leroy is melting. Not much you can really do about it. Mortal Call again sent in. Taxi with yet another fear. Gonna be immune to Leroy. Does drop down darkness. Trying to go for a little bit of blade dance. That's gonna be the pet that he can slay, as well as get a lot of soul healing from. Taxi just seen himself another setup versus Leroy, and he'll be in a fantastic spot, I think. Because Leroy is in a bad spot. Unless he can get himself another meta or a hunt, he may be limited on the amount of self-healing he got. Stone versus Taxi, trying to go for a Deathbolt, interrupt him on Shadow, get himself I-beam with a hunt. There's going to be a lot of health recovery. Taxi with that wall, trying to see if he can survive a drain life versus Leroy, and try to go for a fear. If we just load him up full of dots and let him melt with dots away, he may be in a good spot. Just let him tick out permanently over behind the pillar. Stun until Taxi. Leroy may try to see if he can maybe potentially cleave souls off of Taxi as well as the pet. Big drain around the corner. Leroy has the pet to attack, maybe able to get some leech out of it and some survivability. Taxi pushing in to try to see if he can maybe take down Leroy. Mortal Call, hitting him with the fear, letting down the work. Leroy actually does go in, muting those things, muting the fear with a disengage. Metamorphosis on top of Taxi. I-beam to follow, getting interrupted. Taxi just needs one more ability. Demon spawns in. I think Leroy looking for entire full recovery. Taxi just needs something here, anything. He just needs to put dots on Leroy and back up out of there. Run away from the man. Run away from the big man Demon Hunter. Get away from there as soon as you can. Try to see if he can port. Maybe better heal. Imprison. Leroy just trying to interrupt any kind of casting from Taxi. Best he can. Dark back in the last second. Try to go for even more healing. Interrupt, and Leroy does end up shearing down. Oh my goodness. That was actually so close. I feel like Taxi had that one. I feel like Leroy, he gains, as long as he's in combat, he has a chance to spawn a demon. As long as he has someone to Chaos Strike off of, or Annihilate off of, he can just carve souls off of it and just consume them one by one, just to give him survivability. I think you just kind of got to put him dots, and then you got to quarantine him away from you, as far away as possible. Just loading him up full of all the liberating diseases, and put him as far away as you can, and just let him melt. It was so close. It was such a close duel. Anyone could have won that one, man. Let's get another going, yeah? Sully, I see you out here. I see you, my guy. You want to join in, by the way? I'm going to be honest. I didn't even expect for what I did to them. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, Monk's kind of nutty right now. Sorry about that, Seawork. Thunder Fist hit me for 300k. That's cringe. Wait, is it bugged? Is Thunder Fist bugged, Seawork? That seems like a lot of damage. It looks like the Team Atho is looking for two more. Team Atho is looking for two more. Maybe see if we can just swap it over on a different character. Okay, go for it. Hit me with it. Oh! Huh? Wait. So Strike of the Windlord hit me for 43, 22, and then Thunder Fist. 99? Okay, that's doing way too much damage. Yeah, that's doing a lot more damage than expected. Thunder Fist shouldn't be hitting that hard. I'm sure probably is a good ability, but yeah, higher than 800 rating. Honestly, Sally, this could be a season, man. This could be a season to do it. Taxi as well as Athel. Let me know when you guys are ready, and we'll get another group going. All right, so monks are scary, very, very scary. Yeah, that seems like a lot of damage. Literally 100,000. That was a crit too, and then the other one was also a crit. So the Thunder Fist is Strike of the Windlord grants you a stack of Thunder Fist. Each enemy struck with Thunder Fist discharges upon a melee strike, dealing 58,000 nature damage. Yeah, and if you go for a jab to give yourself 100% crit, that could literally one shot. Thunder Fist has like all the DK pets die unless the Thunder Fist stacks. I think that's how it happens. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. It's crazy. You can do easy 120k rather than sun kicks. That is insane, Martin. That is insane. It can be reflected. Can it actually be reflected? Bro, a warrior needs to go up against a monk and reflect that ability back at them. That'd be the biggest reflect ever. Holy cow. Alright, boys, we go again. We go again. I'm enjoying these duels, man. It's crazy. That is nutty. No wonder Troop was absolutely dominating last night. Hit for 200k? Jesus Christ. Just after next time. Yo, Winter, you guys want to join, by the way? Yeah, the two most annoying classes when it comes to healing. That's broken. Dude, it's nutty. It is nutty. We ain't here to judge? Sure, we're not, man. We're not. Pablo crit for 150k. Did he hit for 150? I know Atha does some crazy crits, too. I'm not gonna lie. Atha does do some crazy crits. Atha got some big damage behind him. There's no way it's not gonna get nerfed. Oh, for sure, Buttersworth. I think they maybe they meant to do like it does 5,000 extra damage, not 58,000 extra damage. It's probably like 5,800. I highly doubt, because imagine that in PvE, right? You go for Strike of Windlord, and then the auto attack after Windlord does more damage to the ability itself. I doubt it's supposed to be like that. Highly doubted. Highly unethical. If that's, unless somebody at Blizzard plays a monk and they're like, you know what? Monks, rise up! Imagine, dude, imagine. So Twitch. Alrighty, boys, we got ourselves teams 1 and 2 already in the new Nokud. Is it Nokud? I think it's Nokud Arena, right? I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to learn it, but it looks gorgeous, man. This zone in particular, I love it. We got ourselves team 1 with a Brule. We got Chunks in back as arms were a Cal as a Wind as a Fury. Lath and Tags are gonna be first up, getting hit with the silence from Doomflower. Trying to go for a little bit of a Eclipse. Got himself the Incarnation. I don't know if it's an actual Incarnation or maybe Incarnation. Massive moves dropping in. Tags is trying to see if he can fight her through it. Got himself big dots to the Doom. Maybe he needs to go for a bit of Drains to follow. Doomflower trying to get himself a much more ability. He's going to be able to dispel the agony off of him. Going to be a hunt by Tagsy. Trying to see if he can maybe get along the side of Doom. Doom is actually maybe in a bit of panic. There's going to be a Dark Glow also moving and he heals over time from him. And I think the dots just might take him. Got himself Battle Master Trinket. Barring a little bit of health. If he doesn't survive this barred health though, I think it's going to be over. And Tagsy does end up just rotting him down with dots, as the man did have a pretty big Incarnation setup. Tagsy did end up outliving the boy, however, taking him down. Atherman gonna be up next, charging out. This man got quite a bit of hefty bursts behind him. Tagsy swapping out the pets. You can actually see he swapped out to an Imp. The Imp is gonna dispel him from blinds as well as stuns. Tagsy take a big damage, is gonna go for a port. Ather needs to reconnect back with him, hit him with a stun, does get a stun. The Imp is there to dispel him. Oh no, human racial, but Tagsy instead, massive Templars. Does Tagsy survive this? Trying to go for a fear. I don't know if he's got the health though. He's gonna go for a little bit borrowed health with that Battle Masters, trigger for Atherman immediately. Just trying to give the pressure on Tagsy, interrupt him on Shadow. I think it may be over. And Ather does end up judgmenting him down, taking the boy out of the game. Is it gonna be Lath next? I think Lath is antsy. He's like, yo, do I go next? Is me? I got a big one shot. I feel like that actually makes all the sense in the world now why Arthur goes for bubbles against monks. I think he expects a Thunder Fury or Thunder Fist. A lot of monks just gotta like, maybe I'll just go in and use it early. So Arthur's like, bubble, I don't want to deal with it. Nope, I don't want to deal with it. Physical protection for Arthur immediately. Doesn't want to deal with dots in the first place after Abrul just set up all of them. Atherman just trying to see if maybe we get some pressure onto Abrul. Gonna be a Barkskin Bear for him. Friends of Region looking for a bit of recovery. Bash into Atherman. Does not have a human racial anymore. Unless is Ather running a trinket and a human racial? Or is he just human trinket gamer? Because he may just be a human trinket gamer. I'm not sure. Gonna be a bit of that adaptation. Or not adaptation. Thorns for Abrul. As Atherman looking for a bit of reset. Doesn't want to die to Thorns like he did last time. Because last time he was just loaded up with dots. And then Thorns is really what helped set him up. Just continued blasting that Feral. Trying to generate some holy power. And just was caught off guard. And the Bruised Bleeds are actually doing work. Atherman, even though he's separated, looking for a bit of a reset. Looking for a bit of recovery. These dots are keeping his health low. So eventually Abrul should be able to weather Atherman out. Trying to see if he can sneak in round. But the Consecrated Ground sends his little pause. Abrul does go for a trinket as he's a Hammer of Justice, and potentially we could be seeing a blind out of Atherman. If he's got a blind at the ready, that blind could be absolutely massive, because it basically functions like a stun. As long as you hit him with holy spells, he doesn't break. Atherman mounting up, trying to see if he can reposition. Abrul waiting until he walks out of the consecration. So Atherman is just trying to maybe get away from menu pillars. He's kind of out in the open, trying not to give Abrul an opportunity to get a proper opener. He's going to be a quick blind. Got himself wings ready. Big hammer damage. Holy power. Absolutely just blasting the boy out. Told you. The blind is basically a stun. And Lath is going to take a bit of damage. Immediate bubble out of Ather as Lath does go for the Thunder Fist. And that's going to be Ather trying to see if he can counteract them. Does he have the damage? Oh, absolutely. Doesn't want to deal with this monk one shot. Just walks up and slams the hammer on the boy's head while the bubble is still active, and there's nothing the monk can do. All he can do is maybe run. There's literally, you can't even touch Ather. Chunk's gonna be up next, spears him in place. Warbreaker trying to see if he can break through Atherman's tough exterior, get to know him, and the fleshy man on the inside of this armor. Gonna be a quick stun by Ather, hoping to maybe get the trinket out of Chunks. Chunks doesn't want to give it to him unless he sees wings with you. He doesn't want to give you a trinket. Because he prepared for the blind, prepared for the stun, and I think Atherman may decide to prolong the game. Wait until both Hodge and blind are back up with wings, so you can just maybe Get a blind onto the warrior. Pop wings. If you trinkets, you still have the stun to lock him down. That or the other way around, actually. I think blind lasts a little bit longer than stun. Chunks is going to get a storm bolt onto Atho. And Chunks actually, I want to see how the warrior... Oh, God, never mind. I was going to say, I want to see... Wait, big damage on Atho? Oh, wait. Warrior may just overpower him. He just absolutely... Oh, my God. In the twist, turn around. Athoman just got him. The whole time I was trying to say, I want to see him what the survivability of an arms warrior is, because it has improved. They did get more talents to help him live, but the man was actually deadlier. Less survivable, but a lot more deadlier. Got Athaman on the ropes for a second, but the big hammer came down. Judged him unworthy of a kill. Which is super unfortunate, because that warrior did his very best, man. I want to see that guy again. I want to see champion rise out of that, man. Athaman trying to see if he can take that momentum they just took from the one warrior and take it and put it into Kel, but Kel does not want to deal with it. Getting slowed. Quick disarm to Atham. He's looking for a catch up on health. Being a Fury warrior and the fact that you have second wind, by the way, that's so good for recovery. If the enemy is like, you know what, I don't want to touch it, you're like, alright, fine, I'm just going to recover my health fully. You can no longer cheese out a Fury warrior like that anymore, because that's all warriors get access to second wind, which is kind of nutty. Blind to Cal, does he trinket that his wings out of Atho? May want to use it, unless he got defensive, doesn't want to use it. Doesn't use it. He's like, you know what, if I survive this, I won't need to use Enrage Regen. Maybe I can just wait it out. Athaman tried to see if he could prevent any more healing. Just try to keep the range damage to Cal. Cal tried to spear him in place, will not be able to, trying to hide behind the pillar. And Athaman is trying to see if he could use the ramp in order to close the gap. Mad damage from above. My goodness. Oh my god, the Paladin damn boys. Jesus. It's surprising too. It comes out of left field. It comes out of left field. And like, the weirdest thing is, like, you're expecting Atho. I'm so used to Paladins running like Seraphim, and then you also got Final Verdict. You know what I mean? Like, those are all those buffs and debuffs you gotta plan for before you do this damage. And Athaman is literally not using any of these things. He figured out a much stronger build without having to give the biggest giveaway. He's just like walking in, you don't expect it, you're just throwing judgments, hit you with a blind, you're dead. No give. No tell, literally zero, no planning. It doesn't even seem like there's a lot of prep work for it either, which makes it even more effective. Let's go again, boys. Uno mas. I want to see Chunks go back in there. I don't get what I'm doing, but y'all too good. Dude, others, Paladins, also we should mention this. Paladins are looking really good on beta. Maybe overtuned to some degree. And by maybe, I mean probably. Probably. First time red. See damage outside of wings. Majority of the damage is in wings, but yeah, outside of that, you do have judgments. It does seem kind of consistent. Nerf self-healing, buff all damage. True. That is something that could do, Tagsy. That is something that could definitely do. Should the Paladin build? I mean, if I find Atha, I may be able to find it. I imagine all Paladins play a very, very similar build, though. So Tyre, Storan maybe run the same build? I would imagine. It seems about right. Seems about right. Wait, they changed this here. Zeal and Fires of Justice are not competing. Oh, they put Imperium here. Oh my god, that's a little different. They changed this a little bit, chat. Oh. I like how Blessing Spell Warden and improved Art of Defender here, by the way. That's so weird. They got it bugged a little bit. But here's Wake of Ashes. So weird. So weird. That's so... Okay, they gotta fix that. Because it takes Spellwarden out of here and just give him like cooldown reduction. Yeah. It's weird that Spellwarden is gone. Alrighty, let me know if you guys are ready. I don't know how the groups are, but let me know if you boys are ready. Also, let me get some coffee while I'm here. Soup. Oh, by the way, Seavark, somebody asked if you would want to play our Frostmage at any moment tonight. I don't know if you'd be interested to try like some of the new stuff, or if you would want to. But it's up to you, my guy. Let me know. I'm a heal, but my damage is non-existent. Morning Frost. Cool, cool. Awesome. Atho as well as Sagsy, let me know when the boys are ready. Or if you guys are looking for more. Yeah, let me know when the boys are ready. That was me TY. Hell yeah, Buttersworth. Athaman's ready. Awesome, awesome. Alpha is not meant to do single target pressure. You meant to raw teams. I can kind of see it. I can sort of kind of see it. I wonder if you played like a really cheesy build taxi where you just load him up full of dots and just let him raw behind the pillar. I mean, Atham will end up healing himself, but like, if you're spamming him and then just let him dot up, if you would rate from 10 to a 13, how hard would you rate it to a 13 inside Red Wings? How hard I hit, I would rate it to a 13 inside of Red Wings. Yeah. So I wonder if they'll end up bringing down the damage of wings in the future or something. They keep the sustained damage and bring down the damage of wings so it still can be effective. Gonna join? Yes, Deadmon. Everybody on the beta can join. Yeah. Ready? Cool. Alrighty, boys. Let's get y'all in here. Good, because affliction damage is high on live and it will be less than live. So also, guys, remember, right, while we're watching these duels, they haven't done the final tuning yet. So a lot of these classes are not properly tuned. They're like in a decent spot where they're playable, but they're not fully tuned properly, like for PvP or PvE. So there's a good chance there's going to be quite a bit more tuning to go before these classes are in a state where they're supposed to be. That is something very important to remember. So giving them feedback of like, hey, giving Blizzard feedback on the forums like, hey, this class, my class looks a little undertuned when it comes to PvP, or it may lack survivability, or hey, this class seems like it's maybe doing a little bit too well in comparison. Like, I mean, monks, we can all agree with like that Strike of the Windlord thing. Yeah, Strike of the Windlord passive does more damage than the ability itself. Probably shouldn't be doing that. You know, we could all agree with that one easily. I would even say like maybe Paladin burst and Demon Hunter's burst maybe a little bit high. Doesn't mean the Blizzard is gonna nerf it, but it's like, hey, could you look at it? You know what I mean? I think pointing stuff out like that is perfectly fine. Like Evoker, we could probably take a second look at their PvP survivability and damage. Like, we don't want them to be a bad class, right? We want them to be a good class. But yeah, in RBG, yeah, Solid Shuffle, perfect to look at the balance. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess that's another way to put it. Yeah, RBG, 3v3, Solid Shuffle, stuff like that. Yeah, there's no one metric, man. There's no one standard metric for things like that, honestly. There really isn't. To Twitch, we got Asasiva going in as a Frosty Mage, playing out with a pet build, with Frost Mages actually getting access to instant cast flurries. I imagine they will be a lot stronger for PvP. Blink by Seavark, got himself the ultra time, dodging the spear by Chunks, who's charging out of Seavark, trying to see if he can get some damage in. Gonna be a Blade Storm to follow. Seavark trying to see if he can maybe potentially back up away. Got himself the big ultra time, trying to get a Frostbomb onto Chunks. Potentially can get himself big damage into a full Blizzard, got himself a big Cone of Cold on top of it, looking for a Frostbolt. Chunks got himself a little bit of survivability with a Hellstone from Taxi, trying to get some big damage towards Seavark, who's got himself that Void Operation, looking for a bit of an invis, and Chunks trying to see if he can predict where Seavark may be able to go. Got himself the Flurry, couple of Frostbolts, and that's going to be the Water Elemental just chucking out Water Bolts at the guy, which actually look really, really good. Seavark gets a full freeze on Chunks. Definitely needs to utilize those slows from Frost in order to be able to control him. Chunks with a Ray of Frost and does go down, as Seavark does end up taking him out. Well done, well done. As a warrior, I think he had really good pressure onto Seavark. I don't know if he was able to land the spear properly, but definitely lock him down with a spear and maybe with a stun would be incredibly, incredibly good. A Brule trying to see if he can maybe sneak up into Seavark, dodging the rain and sleet of Blizzard, is able to get a proper bleed on the guy. But Seavark is able to blink out of it immediately, trying to give the flurries into a Brule with a frozen orb on top of it, trying to give the Feral less opportunity to catch himself a proper reset. With a Blizzard, hoping to slow him down, gonna be a blink for Seavark, trying to see if he can get away. Fire Breath, but it's gonna be broken out by the sleet and the rain of the Blizzard. Setting the pet around the corner, but looks like he may just sit in the Ring of Frost. A Brule trying to get frozen as best as he can. Try to go for an over on the corner with a pet. Is going to be a knockback by Seavark, but a Brule is able to get some bleeds on him. Seavark is now planning, do I ice block this to just deal with the bleeds? Trying to go for ultimate time, maybe with a bit of food. Might have to do something to get a Brule out. Almost lands a Nova on him. Has a second ice block if needed. Is going to be able to somehow interrupt the stealth from a Brule. I think maybe with the Cone of Cold he was able to deny it. A Brule still was able to get a rake on the guy, so at least there's a bleed rolling in. And all stuff for Seavark, maybe looking at an ice block here. Got himself a shield ahead of time, looking for a blink. Has double ice blocks as a Frost Mage though, so there is a lot of survivability. But I think Seavark at this point maybe just trying to see if he can pressure a Brule around the corner. Maybe get a couple of procs. He definitely needs something in order to help him lock the Feral down and then burst him. Frozen Orb should be able to maybe keep the guy in combat. Seavark trying to establish a Blizzard on one side, catch the Brule on the other, playing those mind games, is going to be able to get a lance in there or two. Trying to see if he can establish some sort of control. Definitely needs survivability and food. Trying to see if he can maybe add Invis together with food. A Brule forced to poke out, going for the Moonfire. Ring of Frost almost freeze him. Blizzard on the other side. Can't really go anywhere. Has to go long way around the Ring of Frost. Try to kind of just wait next. Seavark looking to maybe knock him back into the freeze. Is going to end up freezing him. Frostbomb to follow. Is going to get himself a bar skin. Stunned by Seavark. Actually, we're seeing a stun by the Frost Mage. Eventually freezes up Brule. Does freeze him. Counts him as frozen. Trying to go for a Ray of Frost. Is going to be a wall as well as a selfie for a Brule. And Seavark actually did use the Arcane, the Frost Mage stun. He basically summoned this like big relentless winter around him. And the enemy, after they're taking enough ticks of it, then I get stunned and frozen. Treating them as frozen for those shatter bonuses. I wonder if we'll see him do the same thing again, because it's kind of hard to pull off. You have to pre-plan it, then stand on the guy, stay close in melee as a caster class, which is really, really weird, and then hope that maybe you'll be able to freeze him. I guess melee that are sitting on you, I feel like it's a fantastic tool, but like catching somebody that's behind the pillar, that may be a little bit more difficult. Maybe a little bit harder. As a Brule just trying to play it very, very safe. Just doesn't want to poke out from behind the pillar. And actually, the longer this goes on, eventually we'll go into dampening. But see if we could just trying not to go for too much healing. Trying to go for defensive yet. A Brule looking to poke out. And maybe looking to maybe just reposition behind the pillar. Gotta be a Frozen Orb. Got himself a Nova. Frostball to the Brule. Eventual Frozen Bomb is actually going to do a bit of damn. But he got himself set survivability while in bear form. And finally pushing in, leaping in towards Seavark, trying to get some damage in. Seavark got himself all the time in order to reposition, trying to go for a Frostbomb around the corner. Not gonna happen. A Brule did commit only a Target's Fury, so he hasn't committed any big cooldowns yet. But eventually those Blizzards and the Frozen Orb, I think, should end up wearing down little by little. As long as the guy got healing with the regrowth, he should be okay. But eventually the damage should end up doing something. It's definitely giving Seavark a lot of procs though. So when you do go after the Mage, you're just gonna get procced on a ton. Gonna be a Frozen Orb. Got himself the Frost Bomb. Gonna slow down the Brule for just a second. Got himself the Big Flourish. Continuing to slow him as much as possible. Knocking him into the freeze. Trying to go for a Snow Drift. That's gonna be potentially that stun, but it's gonna be quick Scalp Bash by a Brule. Quick Breath. And Seavark is gonna try for the Snow Drift yet again. Frozen Bomb. Big Shatter combos. A Brule trying to see if he can escape it, but he's stuck in there. Doesn't get stunned just yet. Ultrasound for Seavark. Ended up walking away from a Brule maybe a little bit too early before he got him into a Sun Freeze. It's just such a weird spot to be in. You got the Snow Drift AoE thing around you, so you have to get in melee, but that puts you in a bad spot. Ice Block out of Seavark as the Brule is going to go for a bit of a reset, as we are diving into a little bit of a dampener game. Boys, it's such a good ability, but like, I don't know. I wonder if they'll just do like a proper defreeze at some point in the future. You know, yeah, you can do Snow Drift, but like, we used to be able to defreeze things. Maybe give a defreeze like a minute cooldown or something if you have to. I don't know. I feel like that may be better for Frost Mages. You know what I mean? Or maybe make that Snow Drift a little bit easier, give it a wider arc, faster way, faster, let it stack up the freeze and stun faster. I don't know, stuff like that would be helpful. All the time by Seavark trying to see maybe if we can get a couple of shatter bonuses versus a Brule. Ray of Frost slowing him down, getting a lot of procs from it. Scalp Bash by the Feral. It's going to be a quick blink by the Mage on that main. Actually getting quite a bit of pressure on the Brule. The Feral could be in a bit of a tight spot. Got him some wall in case he needs to. Massive Shatter Burst. Trying to see if he can stun him. That is going to be wall for a Brule, but he's going to get himself frozen. Oh, big Shatter Burst on the Seavark. Explosive. Frozen Orbs. May die. Oh no. Don't die. Don't die. Oh no. It's a monk. You better have Ice Block ready. Oh god. Immediately Ice Blocked it. He didn't want to find out what was going to happen. Immediately Ice Blocked it. Alright, Lath, I have no idea. Oh no, Seavark does get a Nova onto Lath. Trying to see if I can walk over with a Poly. Looking a little bit of gray. Oh, leg sweep. Does he have a blink? Knocked back on Lath. Trying to see if he can roll past him. Oh my god, the damage is just incredible. Literally one-shot him. Actually, just one-shot him. Sora trying to see if he can maybe take down Lath. Got a big hunt ready with a big... what is it? The Soul Break? Dance on top of it? Oh my goodness, Ring of Peace, in cap to follow. Lath at no help whatsoever. Doesn't have karma or anything. He literally spent everything to Seavark. Massive Metamorphosis interrupted him. Oh my goodness. Big burst. Big dead. I like that full glass kind of thing he's got going on. You know what I mean? It was a fun zero kind of play one shot. Yeah, it is a little bit. Hopefully they fix it next but Seavark. It seems a little too strong. That's going to be something they'll have to tune. 300k again. Yeah, it seems very, very fair. Very, very fair. Seavark, it seems like a skill issue, as a wise man once said. Gonna be Caleb with a stun onto Sora. as he goes in for a bit of a soul break. Massive damage on Demon Hunter, spears him in place. That's gonna be chicken out of Kel, walking over from Sora, but he kind of wants to stay in the darkness. He's not going anywhere. He's not backing up at all. If Kel can get himself a stun and execute on Sora, a couple of them, that's all he needs. Another stun to Kel, it's gonna be Yard though. Sora had no help whatsoever. Kel trying to activate a little bit of damage. Does he have the big rage and blows? Blur letting Sora dodge a little bit of the damage. Gonna be a quick fear by the warrior. Does he have enough damage to take him down? If he has one big execute, take him down. Potentially could. Blade Dance for Sora got himself a bit of leech, but Cal with that execute, getting them back-to-back combos. Doomflower trying to see if he can charge out to Cal, just sending out them Star Surges as well as the Moonfire. All he needs to do is dot him up and send a couple of surges and he'll be good to go. Just a couple of blasts in there. Honestly, I would love to see a Boom Kid go for like a mushroom build for PvP. I would love to see it one day. Storm Ball by Kel, recovering a little bit of health, but that Thorns and Doomflower forces Kel to back up out of there. He needs to press Bloodthirst to heal, but it's kind of limited. He forced himself out in the open, and Doomflower taking him out. Taxi up next, and looks like Doom is going to back up out. He's not sure if Taxi is ready or not. He's like, wait, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. You're not that guy. And Taxi seeing all those. Oh, look at them Fade Dragons spawning in. Doomflower needs to kite the Warlock back into the Fade Dragon location. Taxi looking for a little bit of recovery with a drain. As Doomflower got him some Barskin, big blast on the Taxi. We might see Taxi actually activating some defense. He got 3 Fade Dragons on top of him. Root, as well as the Raz is flying in, interrupting Doomflower for a second on Wrath, but he still has access to arcane damage, or astral damage, since he can always start Surge. Trying to recover, but the dots are in. I think Taxi may just be able to rot him down over time. The dots are in, and they take him down. Is it up Leroy? Oh, no. Okay, rematch for Taxi versus Leroy. Last time it was really, really close. It was an incredibly close match between the two. All Taxi needs to do is load the guy up and then leave him full of dots and just leave him in quarantine, let him just melt for time. Taxi is going to be able to somehow break out of that imprison. Silence off of that stun is going to be kind of limited what he can really do. Into a hunt. Oh my god, doesn't even give it a chance. That stun into silence was so good. It literally can't do anything. I think the only way we fight is maybe with a succubus or an incubus to control the demon hunter from you. That is a tough one, man. Unless you got any cooldowns for that one. That is so rough. I think there what you have to do is when you know there's a sigil under you, you have to hit Dark Pact or something, or like pre-wall it while you're stunned. There's not much you can really do in that situation. I wonder if they'll change it in the future. Alright, boys, let's get another one going. I'm loving that we had Seabark as a Frosty, by the way. That was awesome. I feel like, honestly, the fact that you beat a Feral as a Frost Mage, I feel like this is the first time we've ever seen a Frost Mage beat, or first time in a long while we've seen a Frost Mage do anything against a Feral Druid. Bleeds versus Shatter Freezes. It gives us a hope that maybe, possibly Frost Mage, if the tune right, may come out on top. Somewhere out there. Got a piece pushing top 15 RBGs. Sound good, my guy. Wait a minute. Hey. Doing more. I want to go. Yeah, we got. Why? What do you mean substance? We got a group with Taxi. Taxi, did you pass lead to somebody else in our group? Taxi logged. Okay. Okay, works for me. Let me add you last. Did I have you added? Okay, now I gotcha. Awesome. So if you're lead, so if you need help with lead stuff, let me know. If you need help with lead stuff and leading groups and whatnot, I can help you out, my guy. Really trying into a duel? Alright, really, we're doing it. Want in? Yeah, that guy wants in. I got an evoker attacking me. Been dead for a second. So I wonder if they'll play that Instacast build then. Wait, I can just max range evoker, can't I? Hold on, I can hit him with a slow. Let me run away. Ah, please. 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 No. Why is their damage like non-existent, by the way? Wait, turtle shell. I'm just gonna run. What's he gonna do? Catch me? He can't. He can't. He's trying to do stuff. Wait, walk over a freezing trap. Do it. Faint death. I can still get hit by it though. Walk over it. Do it. Oh my god. Dude, they actually do no damage. Good duel. Thank you for healing me. Appreciate it. I don't have authenticator. Oh, do you need help? Laugh. Or you know what? I could, so I need to make somebody in your group lead then, yeah? That has authenticator. We got it in though, we're full group. Okay, cool. Cool, so it's fine. All right. So what we may do is, if we're doing more, we may have Sepsis be lead if he has authenticator. We'll just need somebody who can invite people into the groups. Or Abrul. I like to work too, because Abrul is here as well. All right, so I need to invite... Got a dragon. Okay, cool. Sorry for dragging it out, Atho. Spectator... match. Like... Fort Knox, really? Okay, never mind. All right then. Silver Hawk and Athoman 5. Okay, we should be in. Should be good to go. Which class beats the Affliction Warlock hardest? They're insanely annoying up in the open world. I want revenge on them. I would say Demon Hunters are pretty good so far against Affliction Warlocks, as long as you can stay on them. Like if you just stay on them, I feel like you can pressure him. You have a way to dispel yourself, you have blur, you have decent survivability to deal with the dots. That, or you have to play like a... Yeah, you have to play a class that outlasts them, because I feel like Warlocks are very, very tanky. So you have to play somebody who can outlast them, I would imagine. Look like your abilities? No, I don't normally, no. This is just... So my keybinds right now are set up to do the duel stuff. Right, so when I'm in the duels, we're doing duel stuff, I'm like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My 1 through 4 are usually my like gameplay abilities. So I don't click him normally. I just have this character set up where I have a separate keybind for commentator mode. So I basically made my rotational abilities and keybinds as do the commentator like targeting stuff. So in this character, I can't really play them. I can do the commentating stuff, but out in the open world, I'm just sitting duck. So, no. Imagine if I did, man. Imagine if I did. No, that's just an excuse to say yes, I do click all my abilities. I don't remember if I saved that one or not, but we'll just go with it. I did. Twitch. We got ourselves a Fury Assass. A Furry Assass. Oh, that's a lot different. Bad Manting, trying to see if he can go for a little bit of a route onto the Assassination Rogue. Got himself a quick shot in order to break out of the wood. Quick blind onto the Evoker. Got himself immediate trinket. That's going to be a Panda Rachel trying to see if he can deal with him. Bad Mantic trying to see if maybe might be able to give him some movement in order to get away from the Fury Assass. Or Furry Assass. Keep calling Fury Assass, but it's Furry Assass. Bad Man may need to give himself some healing. That Rogue could just take you out immediately. Garrod. Apparently Garrod does not... Wait, so Garrod does not immune that Shroud. That Shroud ability from Invoker is supposed to give him immunity to crowd control, but apparently Silence does not count. That or just Garrod doesn't count. I'm not really sure, but Atherman tried to see if he can maybe find this criminal. Massive blast out of the Paladin, immediately triggers shoot dead by Fury. And he does go down. Atherman swiping out the Rogue fairly quickly. Lad's gonna be up next, trying to go for a big strike of the Windlord to one-shot Athor, but doesn't quite connect. As Athor looks to see maybe if he can get some counter pressure onto the Monk. Does actually predict the fact that Monk is gonna go for a board, and does meet him for a second. Lath, I think, is waiting until his next strike of the Windlord, unless he got himself a big kick. Blind to Lath. Does Athor have a stun? I don't think he does. Athor could be in back trouble. Gonna be a big karma. Does he reverse that karma back onto Lath potentially? Is it gonna be a stun? Does he just somehow fight through a karma? Flash of light. Does he have enough damage here? And that's going to be a big prog by Athor. Massive damage. Does get himself the big AoE cleave. Taking him out with Kel going to be up next as a Fury Warrior. Trying to see if he may be able to tussle with his Paladin. Can he potentially do it? I think he can, actually. He got so close a couple of times. Tonight, he's got so extremely close a few times. Atherman had no mana whatsoever, by the way, so it could be limited on what he could really do right now. Big lead by the Warrior, trying to see if he can reconnect. Does he have a second charge? It looks like he doesn't. Spear into Athor can't really go anywhere unless the man wants to burn a bop. It looks like that was his Black Secret protection. Cal can't really do much about this yet. Just has to wait and let Athor get himself a bit of a reset. But as long as Cal has an answer for the next go from Athor, he could be in a good spot. Athor building up a bunch of those judgments. Gonna be disarmed with Trinket out of Kel. Trying to stay on top of Athor. Maybe could land an interrupt on him. Does Athor have a stun or a blind coming up anytime soon? Because if he just locks down Kel, he could be in a tight spot. Kel popping off big cooldowns. Leaping way past Athor. Looks like he's gonna back up out of there for a second. Just let himself recover. And Athor is gonna do exactly the same. Big judgments from Atha could connect, potentially Cal, trying to see if he could maybe put some more pressure onto Atha. Atha mounting up, backing up out of there for a second. Does this Paladin have cooldowns? Because I can't tell. It looks like his wings are available at all times, but I know for a fact that the game is sometimes lying to me. It says there's wings, but there's no wings. It says they're always available, but that's not true. Although the game is able to track Fury Warrior cooldowns fairly easily though. I wonder why. Cal trying to see if he can lock down Atham, maybe get some big damage. Blind, does this man have any outs at all? As Athaman does end up breaking his own blind, immediate disarm, but Atha still getting some massive Temple's verdicts. Cal trying to see if he can find himself recovery behind the pillar. Big hammers flying in, just needs to get away from Atha. And like the Paladin does find them, spiking them through with a quick blade of justice. How do you defeat Paladins, man? How do you beat that? Oh my god! What is that? What is that? What the hell? What kind of class is that? Dude, somebody at Blizzard definitely plays Paladin. Halinka? Halinka, I know you're doing this. I know you're responsible for this. He's like, it's been a long time since Paladin's been good. Time to make him really good. But Sepsis does end up taking him out. The Rogue is the only one so far from last night's duel and tonight's has been able to easily dismantle Paladin's armor. He literally goes in and takes it piece by piece, just take him down little by little, bleed by bleed, poison by poison. Even if you cleanse a portion of it, Athaman just melts. I think actually Sepsis was melting not just Athaman, but more than one Paladin yesterday. Trying to go versus Leroy, immediately hit him with a garrote. The guy goes up in the air, literally flies out into the skies, doesn't want to deal with it. Sepsis won't have any damage over time on him or anything, so could potentially cap himself another reset. But Leroy does deny an open up by the Rogue. Stun around the corner. I don't know if the man has a trinket or not. Definitely needs some kind of counter pressure versus Leroy. Hit him with a stun. Looks like he's just gonna go behind the pillar and reset. Does Sepsis have any dots on him? Leroy catches him before he can actually get away. It's gonna be quick fear sigil with the hunt to follow blind. Oh, unless you got a cloak of shadows, you may be dead. Cheat death? Cheating death right now. Got himself a blind once. But it's over. Oh my god, Leroy doesn't let the scoundrel escape. Taking him out of the game. Oh my god, Atho! You can't do this to these boys, man! You're gonna get your class nerfed. Somebody at Blizzard is gonna queue solo queue and run into you doing this to him. He'll be like, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time we go against the orders of Lord the Savior Halinka, and I'm just gonna kind of hit Paladins on the shins with a couple of 20% damage nerfs here and there. Just club them down before they have a chance to rise and fly. Let's get another going, boys. Yeah. Is that Demon Molly? I thought Demonic Lily for a second, but Demo Molly. Hi Molly, how's it going? Can I get a freeze on your pet? I don't want your pet attacking me. It's me and you, kid. It's just me and you against the world. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Faint? Good duel. Good duel, friend. Thank you for healing me, by the way. So ready? Alright. Silver, let me know if you're ready. I think we're ready. Cool, I can cue these guys back in. Alright, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Hope you guys are still in. I'm surprised you see no sub-rogues. Yes, sir, we did have one. And he did pretty good. He got some fatty eviscerates. We got some fatty eviscerates off of him. I think it was Zay. But if any of these rogues want to try some subtlety, you guys are more than welcome to. I just think assassination is just ends up being like a little bit stronger. At least at the very beginning of the season. I think the dots are just super effective. Like you put them on there, you don't have to think about it. You open them, you want to have the wings up when you can feel it was ready. The problem is, the question is that though, what is your nuke ability? Trick question. Every ability is a nuke ability. Got him. Okay, we're memeing a lot here, chat, so please don't take anything we say here seriously. I'm memeing. Like somebody's gonna be like, Dalaran said every nuke ability is every ability is a nuke ability. Red Paladins are busted, need to be nerfed. I was like, no, I'm just memeing, please. I don't know what's the big ability, please. I feel like stuff like that, they take it so seriously so often. We're just memeing here in chat. So Twitch. Chat, I just noticed, is that, so this sword is on the front, but these axes are on the back. I wonder if that's on purpose like that. But these axes supposed to be on the back like that? I think it's supposed to be flipped. I think they had this, like, this shield just fine, the shield is wrong. Positionally wise. Last! Oh my god, going in for big strike with Warlord. Oh! And there it is. That monk dammy boys with Seaver trying to see if he can somehow fight through it. It's gonna be Ring of Frost, which is last. Probably got him frozen. Yep, got a little baby chick frozen. Trying to go for Frost Bomb. Gonna be a stun. Last, let's see what to break out of it. Is gonna try to see if he can break it. Fury flying in towards Seavark. He got himself massive diffuse magic, but even through diffuse, even through 60% damage, Glacial Spike out of Seavark. Wait a second, Glacial? You're trying to Glacial that man down? Is that a one shot? Oh my god, he karma'd it, but how much of that karma is he gonna be able to actually reverse back towards Seavark? Glacial Spike Frost Mage, boys. This is interesting. I wonder if this could be a real deal. Gonna be a massive strike of the Windlord. Seavark may have to Ice Bucket. Got himself a Frozen Orb onto last. Let's see if any freezes. He made to go for the biggest amount of freezes possible. Got himself on the time. That is going to be a quick ice block. In case Lath got himself more damage. I think he expected for Lath to be able to reconnect with a jab. And then use the strike of the Windlord in order to be able to obliterate him. See if I try to load up a massive Glacial Spike. I'm actually very interested. It's kind of like a Chaos Bolt build of Frost Mages, which isn't all that popular. At some point it was really good. I think back in Legion it was like the PvE playstyle, but I've almost never seen it work in PvP just because it takes such a long time to set it up. Though with changes in Dragonflight with the talents, you can generate icicles so much easier. I think just from lances too. So you can set up a pretty big go every single time. And the fact that Flurry is instant, you don't need to wait for a proc. It makes it a lot more consistent. Blizzard around the corner by Seavark does go for a quick root onto Lath. Lath, I think, may have the biggest strike of the Windlord. This is where Seavark just needs to avoid him as best as possible. Trying to go for a polymorph. No way for Lath to interrupt it. If Seavark has himself a good go versus Lath, got himself Snowdrift with the Ring of Frost, with the Frozen Orb. Novas, Frozen Bomb, Ring of Peace, trying to see if we can boop him out of the way. Trying to get the strike of the Windlord damage. I don't know if he's able to. Breath onto Lath. Is he still just trying to close the gap with Seavark? Frozen Bomb is on him. I don't know if he has a setup. He's going to reverse the Frozen Bomb back to the Seavark actually. So it is going to slow him down. Knock back to the monk before he can really even reach him. And Seavark trying to avoid the monk, trying to let him touch him in the first place. He does have an Ice Block. If there is another strike of the Windlord, big one shot ready. He has an Ice Block for that one. But man, it's just in such a weird spot. Such a tight spot at the moment. If he can get himself another poly onto Lath, he will be maybe in a decent spot. Trying to reposition. Is going to get an Ice Sense in there. Needs to build up a couple icicles. Looks like there's 4 icicles on him. Needs the 5th one in order to make the Glitch Spike work. Lath, I don't think has any more, I don't think he has any more trinkets. I don't think he has any more outs at the moment. As Seavark is still looking to build one more icicle. Just one more. Lath hit, catching him in a quick in cap. Trinket out of Seavark, trying to go for a quick poly. Going to be interrupted. Breath onto Lath. Ring of Frost to follow. Might see him. Trying to knock him back in. This is going to be a trinket out of Lath. Looks like he still does hold on to a trinket. Snowdrift by Seavark. I don't know if Lath got big damage or not. But trying to go for another Frozen Orb with the Flurry. Just trying to not let this guy touch him in the first place. Cheap burst around the corner by Lath. Seavark kind of blinking in towards Lath on the other side of the pillar. But it's going to back up out of there as soon as he sees the monk roll in. Man, I think Seavark should have all the icicles at this point, right? He does. He definitely does. So we'll see if maybe that'll be enough for him. As Lad just trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a reposition behind the pillar. Seavark dropping down a blizzard on the side. He just sees himself another go. Poly, does he interrupted? Lath is desperately looking to disrupt the Poly as soon as he can. Got to ruin Seavark. Breath, no way to stop it. If you go fast enough, then Seavark may just have him. If he has himself the Frost Bomb combo, he could potentially have a Glitch Spike, big burst. Possibly this is it. Does reverse the Frost Bomb back towards Seavark. Got himself a Karma. Trying to deny any kind of damage for this Frost Mage as best as he can. Not catch him with a Fist of Fury. Seavark is going to go for the Alter Time to try to see if he can blink around Lath. Is going to root him far away. He needs to go for yet another Polymorph setup. I think that's what he got to do. Got to get himself another Poly setup. He got himself the Void of Pressure so he can do position in case he needs to. And he's going to use that Void of Pressure just to get as far away as he can. Oh my goodness, chat. It's actually so close. I feel like it's either going to be Seavark. One big one-shot spike to take down Lath. Or Lath if he just gets so strike of the Windlord and touches Seavark. It's over. The man crumbles to dust. It's like such a bursty game. It's such a cat and mouse. Lath does land the in-cap. Trying to go for a big burst. Seavark with a blink. Does he have any more outs? Breath onto Lath. I don't know if he's got any outs. It looks like he's trying to go for the auto attack, but Iceberg comes out for Seavark. And I think Lath may have used the strike of the Windlord just now. If he has any more strikes of Windlord left, he may want to use them as soon as he can. Polymorph by Seavark. It looks like he's just going to go for Frostbomb from a distance. Does he have himself the setup he needs? Frozen Orb. Nova. Oh, so close. That Frozen Orb actually does... Oh, Frostbomb does quite a bit of damage, actually. By itself, it's not bad at all. Nova by Seavark. Does he have any more CC? Last with the ring of peace. Trying to see if he can interrupt him. It's gonna be yet another jab. Seavark eating back-to-back kicks. It is yet another go versus spike. Does he get the spike there? Does land the spike for the first time. And that's also going to be a rune to last with the frozen orb on top of it. Trying to go for lances. Interrupts him. Does the man just die right here? Shadow potentially. Oh, it does end up taking out the monk. The one-shot monk. Where's Seavark with the glacial? I didn't see the glacial one-shot there. Maybe that's because the monk had dampen harm. So I think it reduced damage by like 50%. But I wonder how it will work out versus Rogue. I wonder if it will work versus Rogue whatsoever. It's going to be a quick kick. The Seavark try to go for a freeze onto Sep, but Sep does not get locked out at all. Going to be actually almost another ice block for Seavark. Trying to see if he can freeze Sep. The Sep Cloak of Shadows potentially could. No, he does cloak. I was thinking for a second, like, is he gonna got himself a Garrod versus Seavark? I think from a Sepsis Garrod. And Seavark could potentially ice block this. Got him some big spike. Does Sep go down? Does vanish out of it? Oh, ice block potentially possible for Seavark. Does go for the block. Does go for that block. He doesn't need to sit there and just take the damage from this rogue. Does the rogue have the common points to stun him? Does land the Garrot resell. And Seavark just needs to get away from Sep for a second. Bali trying to go for a big setup. He got the spikes. Is that going to be a big hit? How hard does it hit? It's a bit of decent damage. Crossbows to follow. Massive. I think Bomb did a lot of damage. Oh, the spikes from Sep. He had himself those Necrolord spikes to take down Seavark from a distance. Bad Manting trying to see if he can take him down. Gonna be a trinket. Got himself a big crit proc onto Sep. Swinging around the corner. Trying to see if he can claw him down. Getting the shot onto Batman. As Sep going in for big damage. All the dots on this Evoker. Unless he got a way to remove them. Unless he can just... I think he just removed all the dots. I think he literally just removed all the dots. He just needs a little bit more damage with Sep. Trying to go for a big proc. He just needs a little bit more hit pressure. Just a little bit more pressure, boys. Just a little bit more. And Sep somehow getting auto attacks to him through a pillar. That's unfortunate. Badman Ting, I don't know if you got anything left, man. Oh my god, I guess he got some dots and some autos. I thought he removed majority of it, but damn. Someone must have kept ticking on him. Leroy gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can back up out of the stun onto Sep. With an IBM to follow. Getting the shot by Sep. I think he's dead though. If you got any dots on him, the man just might melt. And that's good. How does that Blade Dance not did it connect? Was it just a vanish or something? It looked like you reset and Blade Dance didn't even hit you. That's gonna be a quick soul strike right in your face. Taking you out with Cal gonna be up next. Charging out towards Leroy. Second charge is gonna be Stormbolt. The guy does immune it as he flies up in the air. Literally avoids all stuns. And Cal does need to get a better angle versus Leroy. Once he get the proper angle, he'll be in a good spot. Spear onto Leroy, charging at him. Got him some pure immunity as he knows Cal got some damage for him. He's gonna try to see if he can back up out of that recklessness. So does Kel? So Kel, I think, does play the Avatar Recklessness build. I don't think he plays the Avatar Odin's Fury build. But I wonder if that one would be better for him. Gonna be Leroy charging in. Got himself a big hunt. Charging up body. And Cal is gonna go for a trinket. Got himself a demon right next to him. Got himself massive cleave with a soul strike. And Cal got himself at least a little bit of that enraged generation. Fighting for his life. Fighting to try to stay alive. Versus the Demon Hunter. Versus the Chaos. But the Chaos took over. And the Chaos does win. A Brule over behind the pillar. Trying to see him. Oh, wait. Whoa. Leroy. I'm glad the Furious Eyes just kind of backed up. He just jumped back. He's like, wait, not me. But it's going to be the Feral able to get proper bleeds on Leroy. Those bleeds are actually quite detrimental. Leroy better have an answer. Got him some Battle Masters. Imprisoned onto the Feral. Needs himself a little bit of survivability. Needs another I-Beam. Needs another Hunt. Anything available. Got him some Darkness, but it's keeping him alive barely. Only sometimes absorbing some of those bleeds. And Leroy could just die to dots. Wait, the man is just dead. Wait, the dots actually do so much work. A Brew just to get in there. Put dots and AFK. Might even just want to go for root spam. Put dots and root and just AFK. Because it looks like that just ends up being more effective than even fighting the guy up close and personal. With Atha up next. He gotta fight through two bleed focused classes. He got himself one blessing, one bubble, one shield of vengeance. I don't really know if he's got what he takes here. He got burst though. He could potentially turn around and burst him, but if these two just go in dots and then AFK, I think Atha eventually does tick out. So maybe if you save some defenses for when the Paladin does press immunity and tries to pop some cooldowns on you, I think it's possible to maybe overpower him at the end of it all. 10 minutes into the duel, 33% dampening. I think Bro's just waiting for some cooldowns. He got himself wall, not coming back in for at least 2 minutes. Maybe he'll return versus Athen with a renewal, maybe waiting for a trinket. And Athen could be quite a productive here. He could be proactive. Just maybe go pick up eyes and see if you can find these boys out here. Mayo is back to third Jules left. A rogue. All good, my guy. You're good. You're good, Leroy. You're fine. I just saw you charge in. It's just, yeah, we do see the pharaohs and stealth. And we're like, yeah, I totally get it, dude. I totally get it. I did say the message before. I just really wanted from Frost. Dude, Frost is kind of good. Frost, I think, has moments, I think. I don't know if Frost is going to be like Biss, but he does seem to have moments. And if that thing is tuned right, like if those vicious spikes can actually do decent damage, yeah, I think it could be really good. I like the frozen bomb though. I think that really makes the burst quite good. You know what I mean? Gonna be a leap by a Brood charging out Athel. There's gonna be a blind immediately trinket by the Feral Druid. Got himself hit with the Barskin. But it's gonna be a full stun. Adam is trying to see if he can take it down. I think it's gonna be over unless the Brood got any more healing. Got him some renewal as well as friends in regen, but Atherman does end up taking him out. That Paladin burst is kind of deadly. Gonna be a bubble immediately versus the Rogue as he's trying to get himself some more dots onto the pallet. Atherman's still holding onto wings, so if Fury Assas could just maybe reset Fury Asa. If he could just go for a bit of reset, stun to Atha, does he have the death mark and everything? If he got himself full cooldowns, he could be in a good spot. Looks like he's just gonna kind of jump around Atha. Got himself the death mark. This is where you want to commit some damage. Atherman is melting. This is where you want to put some pressure. Making sure the guy can recover with some healing. Making sure you can take off your poisons. Now would be the time to do it, as Atherman is bleeding out profusely. As long as the Paladin isn't able to get him some proper resets, the death mark is just going to amplify the value of those dots of poisons. Big bloodstick protection. And this way Fury just try to see if he can back up out of it. Try to go for a blind versus Athor, but the bloodstick protection is keeping him nice and clear. Fury may be in a bit of trouble. Got him some cheat death. Needs himself a big stun. Massive burst out of Athor. Could be in this game. Wait. Is Atherman won? Did Atherman win that? Athor? Victory. Wait. Purple? Wait. Oh, Fury won. That Rogue just won. At the very last second. That Rogue just won. Because he hasn't dueled anybody except for Athor. He actually beat Atherman. Oh my goodness. Hell yeah, dude. The Rogue actually did win that one. That is incredible, chat. Oh, I was so close. It was too close to call. It was too close to call, but the game said he won. That was clutch. That was so clutch, man. That was incredible. Hell yeah. Alright, boys. Let's get another one going if you guys got a group still. Let me know if you guys need help putting them together. It looks like one of the teams may be looking for more. Yeah, it is a big unfortunate work. I wonder if they'll rethink, maybe like take like a certain CC out of it, maybe. You know what I mean? Who knows, right? Who knows, honestly. But that is something they could tune. Although Frost Mage, I honestly at this point, like maybe just give Frost Mages more damage. Yeah, they can't CC as hard, but just give him more damage to make up for it, and then we'll be hunky dory. Then we'll be happy. You know what I mean? Maybe that's something they could do. It's so funny to how confused people get when they get their heirlooms. When they see heirlooms, really. Dude, I really would love to hit level 80 and then just level a couple of characters, man. Honestly, I would love to hit 80 as soon as possible. And then just go back and level characters. I wish they would have changed heirlooms in Classic where you could just kind of get them without being level 80. How nice would that have been? You know what I mean? Man. Because leveling Classic is still, like, slow. I was hoping maybe it'll get a little faster. I wish I took advantage of that when they had a leveling buff for a while. Lat says we're ready. Asa, let me know when you're ready, my guy. Unless you guys are looking for more. Asa's looking for one more, boys. If y'all want to join in, join my man Asa. Let me get another group up and running here. By the way, boys, thank you so much for joining me in these duels. These have been a lot of fun. Next week, chat. Oh, Woden, that looks good. I like that. That looks good. Chat. Next week, are we, the duel versus Mage was insane. It was clutch, man. It was close. Chat, I want you to know right now. Next week, do we go back to PTR duels? Or do we do some more beta duels? Like, which one do you guys prefer? Do you prefer watching the PTR duels where maybe more players can play? Because PTR is technically available to everybody. They're a little bit behind on some of the class changes on PTR. And we don't have evokers or any of the new stuff and gear. Beta, we have the newest updates every single time, the newest changes, and the newest class updates. Which one do you guys prefer, beta or PTR? We're ready? Okay, cool. Yeah, I know that I got a lot of lurkers in the chat. Normally, if you're a lurker, you can keep lurking. Just let me know in chat right now which one you prefer. Beta or PTR? Beta duels. Because I personally am liking these beta duels a lot. This is really, really fun. I can't wait until this becomes live though. You know what I mean? I can't wait till we get some tier sets and stuff to test. I wonder how they'll do tier sets and all that. But I'm enjoying this a lot, man. I'm having a lot of fun with this. PTR because I can't compete on them, Keck. Because I can't compete on them. Jake, we need to get you beta, my man. Where'd you get your beta? Honestly. Alright, let's get you guys back in here. Sepsis, yo, hit me with that. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was gonna be like, hit me with the biggest burst you got, but never mind. Alrighty, boys. Let's get y'all in here, man, yeah? Dread Aspen's Warglyphs. Is that the weapons you've been running? Oh, we got Demo Molly in here, actually. Hell yeah. Demo Molly, Fury. Okay, so Team 1 didn't change too much, but Team 2 did pick up a Demonology Warlock. That's gonna be fun. I think the only time we had Demonology Warlock was Wild Imp last night. So the more of them we can get in here, the better. By the way, boys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. This has been super, super fun. Still grouping? Yeah, still grouping, man. Still grouping. It's me, Demo Molly. Holy Molly, hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back. Happy to have you here. So Twitch. We got ourselves Atham, man. Oh god, my camera gets stuck. We got ourselves Athaman over for the team 1. Oh, I zoomed in so close. Over for the team 1 with Seavark trying to play a little bit more of the Frosty Mage. Zima Molly's Holy Molly. What a Demonology Warlock Jonas on the beta. Doomflower in the back as a Boomy, as well as Leroy and the Demon Hunter versus Team 1. We got ourselves the Feral Druid Abrul. We got Fury Assass on the Fury Assass. Or Furry Assass. We got Lath on the Woodwalker. Cal on the Fury. And we got ourselves, what are you doing, Sepsis? As an assassination rogue. First up versus Demo. Molly setting up, I guess, like parking themselves over to the right, set up a gateway, set up a port, got himself ways to escape anybody that are fighting. Gonna be the rogue opening up pretty early on, trying to go full dots onto Demo, and it's just gonna be loading him up full of everything. Not playing Sepsis, he's actually playing Necrolord spikes. Demo actually in big trouble, big damage to the rogue. Oh my goodness! I looked on my phone for a quick second. I didn't realize that Demo was already getting bled out and blasted out by Sepsis. These dots are so brutal for Sepsis, man. His dots are brutal. Once he goes for that death mark, even without Sepsis, once he even goes for the Necrolord spikes, that's just so much pressure, so much bleeds, and he has to fight versus Zatho, but at least give an opportunity to get himself a proper reset. So he's like, you know what, Fury, you just pop some cooldowns onto the Warlock. If you want to take yourself a bit of second, oh no, not Fury, Sepsis. Sepsis, if you just pop cooldowns, you want to take a second, give yourself a bit of a reset, you're more than welcome to him. But Sepsis trying to see if he can avoid Atham, does leap on top of him with a quick road, got himself a full kidney shot, does save the dots he needs though. Atham is actually playing Consecration slow, I think. Cloak of Shadows for Sep, in case he takes big damage. Athaman does get himself started from him, taking so much damage, bubble out for him, even without a big cooldown, so it's going to be a trinket advantage by the rogue. Athaman trying to see if he can find him, trying to see if he can AoE him out. Doesn't find him just yet. Dude, this rogue was able to force that out of Atham without even popping major cooldowns. He didn't even have the deathmark ability on him. That's kind of insane. Sapping Atho as he picks up the eyes, and Sepsis is just messing with this guy. He just messing with him, not letting him play the game. Athaman trying to see if he can disengage. Gonna be shadow stepped by the rogue with another kidney shot, locking down the Paladin. Does he have forbearance? He does have a blessing of protection. Does Sepsis have an out right here? He may just die. I think Athaman, does he have the burst? He could potentially take him out. Gonna be evasion for Seb. Is that gonna be enough though? Trying to see if he can dodge as much as he can versus Atho. Blessing of protection finally faded. Does get a Garrote in there. And I think he may just be able to take him down. Possibly. Spike. 2, 3. Oh! Spiking out my Paladin friend. We'll see if we're trying to give Sepsis an opportunity to recover. Got him hit with a beam while he's rooted. One more lance is all he needs. And I think he might just have him. Cheap shot on to see if he does have a blink. That's gonna be Garrote by the rogue, trying to be proactive. Kidney shot, got him some full death mark, maybe a trinket ice bar kind of sea mark, just bleeding out profusely. Does get himself a big ice nova versus Rogue, still dotted, still rotted, taking a bit of damage, trying to sit down, get himself a little bit of food in hopes that he can recover without having to pop major cooldowns versus the next competitor. Wait, Fury, did you just go naked? I swear to God, if you went naked. I swear to God, if you just went a naked Pandaren with this duel. I swear to God, you just had gear earlier. Tell me it's a Mog, right? Cloak of Shadows before the poly even comes in. Does a full burst with Seavark. Could potentially go for an Icebox. May have to. He got Alter Time. He just has to cancel it. Otherwise, Alter Time is going to put him back to low health. Oh my God. Fury goes in for advantage immediately as soon as he sees the full cooldowns of Icebox used by Seavark. He just needs to go again. Cheap shot. Seavark does not have a blink for it. Garrote to fall immediately. Breath to separate the two for a second. Got himself a Ring of Frost with a Snowdrift. Got himself maybe a bit of AoE. Frost Bomb on top of it. Frozen Orb to follow. Frost Bolts and maybe can do some big burst damage. Ray of Frost. Massive damage out of the Mage. And Fury does go down. Dude, the burst out of the Frost Mage. When you get frozen and you get stunned up with a Snowdrift. Just taking it out of the game. Seavark trying to see if he can drop down a couple of Blizzard for last. But back to that one-shot duel with Lath. We know he's got himself some really, really cheesy bursts. And Seavark is going to try to avoid as best he can. Will he be able to? Because he may have been drained on cooldowns fighting that Rogue. Trying to see if he can slow down Lath. There's going to be a Frozen Bomb on top of it. Does Lath take a lot of damage from it? He's got himself Soothing. That should help him deal with it pretty easily. Seavark is trying to get some crossbows and lances built up from the images. Fistiferino flying in for Lath. Trying to go for another good spike. Gonna be Ring of Frost to stop him. But Seavark does get at least a freeze on him. Ring of Frost, does he have a trinket for it? He does get frozen. Spike could potential trinket. It does trinket with a big defensive. Trying to reduce the magic damage by 60%. And Seavark trying to go for a bit of invis. Does have a knockback for Lath. Lath has plenty of mobility though, so he could always catch up whenever he needs to. And Seavark trying to go for more flurries with a frozen orb. Does he have any more defenses? He may have to ice block. Potentially may have to ice block. As he sees Lath, I think go in for the wind strike. So next auto attacks would have been extra deadly. Seavark just sending an Icebox, trying to recuperate as much as possible. In cap by Lath. Got himself big setup. Still big burst with Seavark. Got a Nova with the poly. And I think there's no more trinket available for Lath. So if Seavark got any kind of damage afterwards, he may be okay, but I think the Mage is going for a complete reset. Trying to see maybe if he can whiz out of there. The pen gets creeped down. Breath onto Lath. Another poly to follow, but it's going to be DR'd. The Seavark is going to have to start going in for roots and slows and everything he's got in order to try to control Lath. Got himself Ring of Frost. Ring of Poopity Bop is going to poop him out of the open. Frozen or what is it? Frozen Bomb explodes into Lath does slow him down by quite a bit. Doesn't Frozen Bomb also get generated resources? I forget. Lath's trying to see if I can avoid the big spike. Let's see if I try to see if he can maybe land it. Poly onto Lath. Does he have the burst? Does he have the setup? He's trying to go for Ring of Frost, maybe Snowdrift. Potentially he can just knock him back. Can't really do much about it. He tried to go for Snowdrift, but he just ended up getting knocked back too far. This way he can't really stop him. Frozen Orb around the corner though, so at least Seavark can maybe pressure him a little bit, hit him with a slow, and a Blizzard on the other side. At least Lath can't really approach him easily. He has to run through either of the Blizzards, either of the Frosty effects in order to get over to Seavark as he's looking for a little bit of recovery. Try to give himself a little bit of food. Frostbolt. Lath could potentially go for an in-cap. Gonna be another Nova with a poly. Does the man have a trinket though? Frozen Bomb for Seavark. Does he have the go? Frostbolt with a flurry, big damage, quite a bit, with a spike to follow, does go for a massive damage reduction, together with the diffuse magic, diffusing the damage of magic effects by roughly, I think 66%, if not 60, but it definitely does diffuse it by quite a lot. Is it, chat, is it 66 or is it 60%? I feel like it's 60 because usually Blizzard doesn't do like odd numbers like that, usually they'll round numbers, or like usually like 60, 30, 40, maybe 45, 35, but sometimes they do add like those extra numbers in between. Like I think, is it 66 or is it not, chat? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. While Lath is trying to go for a bit of a reset versus Seavark, booping him out of the way, does go for a jab, does he go for Windlord Strike, or Seavark could be in trouble. Next Windlord Strike is could be deadly. He knows that this Windlord Strike is going to be extra deadly. Lath has big damage ready. Seavark needs to avoid him as like the plague. Try to blink away using the Void of Facial, everything to separate from the guy. Maybe get himself another blink, maybe all the time, I'm not even sure. Lath rotating defensive. I think at this point he's lost the Windlord buff at this point. But as long as he gets the Windlord buff and gets to connect with Seavark, he just got mad burst, mad one-shot potential. Ring of Frost with Seavark, got himself the images, one of them gets frozen. And Lath trying not to get frozen himself. He wants to close the gap. He really wants to close the gap. But it is going to be a poly. Does he have a trinket though? Because if he has a trigger for this next go, that could be deadly. That's going to be karma as a massive Windlord strike. Oh my god. All of that for Lath to just walk up, Windlord strike, get one auto attack or two. And see where it goes down. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one to fight. Because literally the monk can just one-shot at any moment. You really couldn't play him anymore, so cringe. Yeah, hopefully they'll fix the wind strike, the Windlord strike ability. Because it seems a little busted. Silence Order Lath with the fear to follow. Leroy trying to go for a bit of an I-beam. Got him some massive soul cleave versus Lath. He just needs to reconnect and maybe drop him down with a hunt. Going for a metamorphosis. Hunter around the corner, trying to body him. Lath does go for a big defensive together with a diffuse magic. Reducing a good portion of the damage of the hunt. And Lath gets the top one with another blade dance. Massive damage. Does go for a crit. Had a trinket as well. Taking him out very, very quickly with Cal charging out. Trying not to let the Demon Hunter get a bunch of an advantage here. But as the warrior charges in, Leroy just goes up in the air. Bails out of there completely. Just escaping Cal's opener. So Leroy, I think at this point, is just waiting until he gets some cooldown. Stun into Cal. Got him to the I-beam. That's going to give him a little bit of the metamorphosis with a leech. And a demon spawning in. So that's going to be able to fuel his health in case he ever dips low. He's going to hold on to the demon until the last second. Slays it. Trying to see if he can backflip away from Cal. Trying to avoid him as best as possible. Hitting him with an imprison. And the demon and the warrior trying to be the demon of his own. Trying to chase after the demon hunter. Missing the spear by narrowly missing the spear. But honestly, he's forced out an immunity out of Leroy. Man, immunity, blur, as well as big leech butt to Leroy, dude. I think demon hunters... When was the last time demon hunters been this tanky? What is it, Legion? Or maybe like BFA? Because they're really tanky right now. They got a lot of tools to work with PvP. I mean, entire immunity and blur, baseline, and leech, and more stamina, and more magic damage reduction. And he literally just immune a Stormbolt with a backflip too. Got himself a bit of an I-beam, stunned back-to-back on Kel. Massive burst to follow. Just the combination is so good. He goes in for the stun, I-beam, cancels it, lets that second demon that he summons, just keeps bounding the fell devastation flames at him. While he goes in for a bit of a blade dance, a couple of chaos strikes that if he crits, it just ends up being extremely, extremely brutal. Barul trying to see if he can maybe sneak around into Leroy. The man does literally have demon eyes. He knows exactly where he's at. Barul's gonna have to be very, very careful here. If he goes in, biggest opener, most amount of damage to Leroy, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Leroy just trying to see if he can cover distances. Maybe he can cleave out Barul. Doesn't end up cleaving him out in the open, which could be bad for the Feral. It's going to be quick in prison. Does he have a trinket for it? It's going to be a trinket as he's trying to go for as much damage as possible. Mage to pop some defenses. There's going to be a hunt. Leroy just not letting him wait any longer. Just going in for the most amount of damage immediately. Trying to put the pressure into Feral, who's playing defensively. And when the Feral is playing defensively, Leroy doesn't have to worry about his health whatsoever. Catching up to Barul. Going to go for another blade dance. Oh my god, exactly what he wanted. He needs to put him on the defensive, needs to put him on the back foot, and then keep him there the entire time for as long as humanly possible. Man, that's rough, dude. That is rough. Crazy, boys. Crazy duels tonight, man. I'm loving these, though. I'm loving these. This has been so much fun. Hell yeah. They do gotta do something about monks, though. I wonder if they'll end up, like... I hope the Windlord ability is still good. I just don't hope it goes in, like... Demon Hunter go blur. Yeah, Demon Hunter too. Hope we'll see some adjustments to Demon Hunter and Monk. I'm not saying nerfs, but like certain abilities are gonna have to be toned down a little bit, I imagine. Just a little. I like the fact that Demon Hunters are like tanky though. I think it's really, really cool. Do you offer the game setting out? Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it so much, Zoom. Appreciate you, my man. Rugged Feral look really weak. I don't know. I wouldn't say so. Like for PvP, I say the bleeds are really good. And like we had a subtlety rogue yesterday that actually did quite a bit of damage. Like really good eviscerate damage output. So they don't look like, I think, fantastic. But they can do well. They're just, we haven't seen a lot of them tonight. Yeah, like if you were here watching rogues, you haven't been watching long. I guess so, yeah. You should have been here when we saw rogues literally melting people. Hell, we had a lot more of that yesterday. How are hunters doing? We haven't seen a lot of hunters tonight. We've seen one yesterday and one today. And that's really about it. A bit of mem, a bit of BM. Not a lot of survival. I guess they're maybe not as tanky. The boys are peacing out. Sounds good, Atho. We had a lot of duels tonight, man. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Round of applause to all the competitors this evening. Boys, appreciate all of you for joining us tonight. We gotta call it then, yeah? We're done? I think so. I think so. I think we are. Athos team is calling it an earlier night. Let me show you my DM. Go for it, my guy. This is fun. Doing more next week. Friday and Saturday. Same-ish time. If y'all want to try, bring some alts and bring in all the characters, try a bunch of builds. Because the chat wants to see more beta duels. So I loved watching it. I loved having you guys here, man. Love having y'all here. Alright, Sep. Give me your best shot, man. Give me your best burst. I want to see it. Favorite position, so I'm not in front of the flag. There we go. Mark for death, kidney. Big burst. Yeah, dude, look at that dots, man. Once it's in. Mad in venom there. Mad in venom. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's a mixture of dots, a mixture of Envenom, mixture of burst. How hard did a Envenom hit me there? Because Envenom should do more damage there, shouldn't it? And Envenom hit me for 30k. What about a there's also supposed to be deadly poison, instant poison. Are you running? Okay, you're running instant and deadly. I thought you were running amplifying poison. I wonder how much more damage that would do. Carrying and amp poison. But yeah, 30k on crit, huge. Yeah, that was nutty. Oh, I see. I wonder if instant poison is bugged. Pretty sure deadly replaces it normally, but time will tell. Amp on a beta. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I wonder if that'll work since you have 2 poisons. Probably. Do you see the Starfall strongest single target now? Yes, I did. I did. It's nutty. I wonder if that will work for dot builds in PvP or something. Like go for like a very dot heavy build, put up Starfall so you can do more damage to Swarm. Like while the enemy is down over time. Go for like the Starburst everywhere. Lay some landmines everywhere. That could be so good, chat. Really enjoyed those. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Appreciate ya. Alright, I'm actually calling here, boys. It might, but we just don't get necro. Oh, true. Oh, true. True. Angelo! Oh my goodness. Can we get a hashtag Angelo in chat? Thank you so much, my guy, for becoming a member. Appreciate ya. Join us on Discord and connect your YouTube to Discord, and you'll get a special role if you become a member. Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate you. Also, we have emotes in chat. You can use them anytime you want to. We'll be back for beta streams tomorrow, boys. Thank you so much, Angelo. Appreciate you. Can we get a hashtag Angelo in chat showing our appreciation for the wonderful membership? Thanks so much for becoming part of the stream team, man. Appreciate you, my guy. But tonight, chat, we'll call it. It's about that time. I gotta get myself some food. I gotta get myself some chill. I got a video I gotta be working on tonight too. I think I already have what I want to work on. It's a pretty simple, easy video to work on, so I should be able to get through it very quickly. I also kind of want to spend a bit more time on Wrath as well. I've been enjoying leveling my Paladin. I kind of want to spend more time playing a little bit of Wrath, man. I don't know what it is. I just been liking it. Honestly. Oh man. I was so sick of like maybe I should do another double duels video for tomorrow. I just spent tonight just playing some Wrath. Till Wrath stream. Maybe one day. I'm not like a Wrath gamer on average on this channel, but maybe Jake. Thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful. Thanks so much for joining. All the best parts of these duels are gonna go as separate videos on the channel highlighting the best of the best of the best of plays. Thank you all. Next week, chat. Hopefully more people get invited to the beta. We're gonna be hosting even more beta duels since you guys want to see them. Thank you all. You guys are awesome, wonderful. Join our Discord. If you haven't hit sub yet, might as well do it. I would appreciate it very much, boys. Tomorrow, back to normal beta stuff. I think we'll do more class stuff, more class builds and testing. Probably check out the changes to druids. And they changed Furor for a feral. So I want to see if you can maybe make like a feral non-Furor focused build, like where I have good energy regen, where I don't ever need to power shift. So that could be kind of interesting. But we definitely got to test this out. And we'll probably play some other classes that we don't normally play. Like I haven't played Marksman in so long. So we'll probably give that a go. Maybe we'll play some Frost Mage or something in stream too. You know what I mean? Do all those things. Boys, thank you so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. We got another stream tomorrow. Yeah, they changed Fuhrer to like another ability altogether. That's what I'm saying. Like I need to test out like, because I was utilizing Fuhrer for a Pharaoh build, like to like swap out, swap in to get more energy. But I want to try to see if I can make a build without using it and see if it feels better. So I may need to look at the talents like, how do I increase my energy regen or just overall the feel of playstyle. It scaled pretty oddly, to be honest. Really, yes. Fuhrer was very, very interesting. You get some opportunity for cheesy Boomkin Star Search combos, which we utilized here before. And for Feral, it was like, it felt bad to like force the power shift out just to do some Feral stuff. Like with them removing it, it's just a weird ability, and them doing like some regrowth, healing stuff with it. I think it's fine. I think what they're doing with it is just fine. Yeah, it was Starfall and raids. It was really good because you just like swap in a Boomy, Starfall, 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 out of Boomy, Starfall, 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 Cat form, Starfall, 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 Bear, Starfall, 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 and as long as you keep dots on things, you get majority of the damage. And if you played with Pulsar, all those free Starfalls would actually work towards Pulsar. That means you would get into Eclipse, and then you would just go through a bunch of Starfalls, get a free Eclipse again, and then you just keep getting Eclipse. Whether you Boomy form or not, as long as you have dots on things, and you're Starfalling, you constantly Eclipses, but your damage is always out, even if you're not technically in Boomy form. It was really, really cheesy. But yeah. And I never had energy, to be honest. I was using it because I was kind of like, I like the idea of maximizing my energy and then power shift out for a second, come back in. It was just interesting for me as a Feral Druid to use it. It was like something I started, ever since they added that talent, I was using a lot, and I kind of got used to it. Because I was kind of used to the Shadowlands power shifting, like when you switch in Boomy form, Moonfire things, Feral Druid. I think it's from that, I was kind of utilizing that in order to gain myself just a little bit more damn. But I might just need to mess around with it some more and play with it some more and see if Feral skill feels okay, even without it. Just for myself, just for my own sake. Alrighty, boys. See you boys tomorrow for the stream. Thanks so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful, lovely gentlemen and women. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.